Alright, everybody.
Sound resumed.
Something.
My name is Masky, and tonight we are doing a special presentation stream due to the ritual that is E3. We're doing a roundtable discussion hosted by myself as well as the people I am joined by tonight. I am joined by System Z. Alright, okay. A little bit of a delay there. I'm also joined by Etheron.
Hello.
I'm joined by New Yorker Ant.
Hello.
And I'm joined by Chad.
Hello.
Chad doesn't really have a username that he goes by, so we'll just call him Chad. I was gonna say what everybody does. Etheron uploads YouTube videos
Yeah.
and tweets stupid
Every now
shit.
and then.
Oh god, stupid stuff.
Yep.
And
I know you
then
love it.
Z
Don't
does a
follow.
bunch of different stuff, graphics, YouTube, a bunch of stuff.
On a bunch of different channels.
No, just one.
One channel.
Now. And Ant is the community manager for Archetype Gaming, and myself, I am obviously a team member on the Archetype Gaming team. So tonight we're doing something different. We're not going to be playing a game. I need to switch the stream over to the right thing. Boop, there we go. Where did the chat go on there? Oh god, what did I do?
Do you have the video?
Oh, there it is. What video?
Like, do you
Yeah.
actually have the picture thing?
Yeah, it's there. It's
Because
just
I'm not.
loading.
It's not loading up for me.
It's I forgot to switch it over. Give it a second. So we're not going to be playing a game tonight, everybody, because all the E3 conferences happen. We're going to be doing a E3 Day 0 roundtable discussion. It's just going to be us here. Nobody else is going to get in on this. If we told people about it earlier, if they want in on the conversation, that's fine. You can tweet your questions to me at @IamMasky_, or you can also put them in the Twitch chat. I'm monitoring it. I'm sure some other people will be too. As you can see, the Twitch chat will be up on screen.
We should have a hashtag for it.
Okay, we can do a hashtag.
Hashtag 2turn.
A3 masking. I don't know.
Hashtag.
Masky
Okay.
3.
But so anyway, let's see. We got a couple people in the chat there. Hashtag E3 Masky. There we go. All right. So we're gonna do a couple of things. We're gonna talk about all the different games, what we like most and whatnot, and then I think we're gonna each vote on who we thought had the best conference in the game of show and whatnot. Obviously, Nintendo stuff happens tomorrow, but we're gonna just go ahead and talk about predictions and whatnot for that because it's just Nintendo. I know myself, I'm not a big Nintendo fan. I don't know about everybody else here.
Nintendo's pretty alright.
Pretty alright. Mario
Yeah.
Kart 8 was good.
Not on YouTube, but as a company they
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, Rob, like I said, Z is in. I also said, we locked down a crew that we have going with us tonight. A bit of a last minute thing, but days ago I tweeted about it. Nobody said they were interested, so and then Ant came to me. Stalfel, hello, welcome to our special stream. All right, guys, we're gonna start with the Microsoft conference, which was the first one of the day. It was on at 9:30 this morning, LA time.
while I was asleep.
But it was on at like 12 o'clock my time or something like that.
While I was asleep.
Yeah.
Well,
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock, so it was on at like 9 LA time. So the big stuff, there was a bunch of big stuff there. And honestly, some of the stuff I saw makes me want to go out and get an Xbox One.
I wouldn't go that far.
You can get it without the
Well,
Kinect now
I
for
also
$100
wasn't really
cheaper.
present, so.
I think it was all games. Honestly, the only thing they talked about was video games. That's it.
Yeah, that's all they.
It was great.
I'll have to
Yeah, they
take your
started
words
up
for
with,
it.
yeah, I think they started with Evolve. I don't remember the day when.
I'm pretty sure they started off with Evolve as well, which I guess we'll jump into that first. So Evolve, I don't know if Etheron really knows what it is, or if anybody else really. But so Evolve is made by the team that made the Left 4 Dead game. It's a 4-on-1 team-based game. So there's 4 people. They play as different classes: medic, tracker, assault, and support. And then they go against a monster. The first monster that they announced was Goliath, and then today they announced the Kraken. And the person who plays with the monsters can level up, and they have to try and take out all the humans, and the humans have to try and take out the monster before it kills them. It's actually really neat looking. But I think it'll be really
kind
good.
of like it sounds sort of like Megalodon, or not Megalodon, but There was some game like it. It was an indie game where everyone played as little soldiers, and you were trying to take down this giant shark monster. Pretty cool.
Yeah,
It reminded me of that Source mod called The Hidden, where one player is like the Hidden, which is this kind of stealthy, super strong melee based.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
anything like the hidden. I'll buy
Except for
it
you
right
play as a
now.
giant fucking monster.
Yeah, and from what I
Instead.
understand, there's like other smaller animals that you can kill. and
Yeah, oh yeah,
then
that's
there's,
another
like,
neat
a
thing. There's like
fodder for-
there's like plants, right? So the monster has to eat like plants and stuff to grow and like become stronger.
Yeah.
But hunters can also use the wildlife to make other things. I'm not sure what the specifics are on that. If it's like they can, take an animal and turn it into a weapon or something like that, or
No, you can't
maybe
really turn it into
make
a weapon, but
medicine.
I know one of the things that I heard in an interview that IGN did today, one of the guys said that like he was playing as the monster and he heard that there was a plant and it actually ate one of the humans and killed them. So like
Oh,
the
wow.
environment
Oh,
can
that
like
is
kill you.
awesome.
Yeah. I'm just gonna
Are the
answer Rob
monsters
real quick.
Giant or
Oh, they're giant. They get bigger as you level up. Rob, this isn't a Maskey cast. This is just a roundtable discussion about everything E3. But yeah, they're not giants. And yes, Joro, Sunset Overdrive was in the conference, and we will get to that. Trust me, I'm excited about that one. But yeah, they're huge. They obviously start off smaller, but then they're huge. Like so, in the first level of the monster, you're kind of like at a disadvantage, right? But then once you hit like level 2, it's about even playing field with the humans, and then you obviously can go to level 3, and then you overpower them. Sort of. It's really neat.
and you level up every game? Like you don't start
No,
out
it's-
as a level 3 monster.
You start out as level 1 every game, and by eating plants and stuff, you level
Okay.
up. The monsters also.
Okay.
The monsters also get like a 5-second head start in the game or something like that ahead of the humans. But yeah, so anybody
Yeah,
else got
this-
anything to say about
No, not really.
Evolve?
Nope.
I
I
think
think-
it could be good if it's not too repetitive.
Yeah, I know. There's one more monster that they haven't announced, but the game comes out this fall, I believe. But I'm not
How many
positive.
monsters are they at currently?
Two.
The current.
There's two.
Okay, so there'll be
And-
3 in total.
3 in
This
total,
is
and
a
then
PC
there's
game.
yeah, it's made by the people who made Left 4 Dead. It's on PC.
What
It'll
are
be
the
on. What,
sorry,
Chad?
what are the first two?
The two monsters we have Goliath is the first one, and then
And what is that?
Kraken. The Goliath is like a giant, like in-your-face melee type brawler, and then the Kraken.
Yeah.
I think it's the Kraken.
See, if I'd have to take a guess, I'd say the Goliath is a ground-based. The Kraken will be water-based. and then
Kraken
we'll
can
have
fly.
the-
Whatever one they showed today, it can fly.
What?
Oh, really? I thought like the third one was gonna be a flying one.
I'm looking it up. One second. I'm just.
That's
Looking it up.
interesting.
Everybody can keep on talking while I look this up.
If it's for PC, then that seems like a game that'll
Oh,
have a lot
yeah.
of cool mods.
It'll be
I'm
for
waiting
PC
the
for
Gojira
sure.
mod.
Sure.
Melody
Where-
Global Soundbite.
It was like start of the day, so this is like pretty far back on all the news sites.
Matt would be here if he had been
Yeah,
here,
it's the Kraken
Rob.
and
It's
it
not like
flies.
Yeah, it's not like we excluded him.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Matt knew about it. Matt's been busy with other stuff. So, but
Yeah.
we got a bunch of people here. It's good. All right.
The
So
Well Maskey's. Oh, you
I
got it.
looked it up. It is the Kraken,
Cool.
and he can like fly, and he has like range attacks, and the tracker human class can like, because the levels are massive. So what they do is you can trap them. They set up, it's like a mobile arena type thing, and it's like, it's sort of like in, the Hunger Games, how like they can't go outside of that invisible wall. It's like one of those, and it goes up, and then they like
Yeah.
can't leave that for 60 seconds, and that puts the monster at like a disadvantage as he can't run away. But it's really cool. So,
Sounds really cool.
oh yeah, and it's by the Left 4 Dead people, so it's got to be a good game.
Has
Even-
there been any gameplay footage of it?
Oh yeah, tons.
What I was gonna ask is, does it look like Left 4 Dead?
No, it has like a much
No.
more darker, serious, like it has a more serious tone, you know?
But I mean, like when you look at Destiny, you can sort of see how it looks like the same people who made Halo.
Because it
I'm
looks like
asking if you
Halo.
can sort of,
It's like an open world
exactly.
Halo
I'm
game.
asking if you can sort of see the Left 4 Deadness in this game.
I don't think you can, but
Yeah, I didn't really see any comparisons.
because
Really.
they're two completely different games, right?
Well,
like,
essentially the same thing. It's a team of people working together to survive.
oh yeah,
Pretty well, what it is it's the Left 4 Dead versus mode in a contained map. One person plays as a tank that gets progressively stronger.
yeah. If you look at it that way, I guess you can probably tell like who's developing it. But like, an aesthetic point of view, it looks
Yeah, that's
nothing alike.
Because you know how some games you can, every game has its own feel, and you can
Oh, yeah.
sometimes feel the similarities.
yeah, of
Good
course.
to know, though.
So the next game that we have on the list for the Microsoft conferences, we're going in order, is Phantom Dust. I don't really know anything about Phantom Dust.
Oh, Phantom is a really old school Xbox game. They're remaking the Dust, really.
Now, I heard
And
it's a card game.
From what I heard, no, it's not. It's very.
Anybody want to practice their Google foo right about now?
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's a made-up card game.
Yeah,
They're made up- yeah.
it's like a really old school.
Yeah, I know. I knew it was an old school Xbox game. I just didn't know what genre it was really. And the trailer, I didn't really see a lot of play for it, but the trailer for that game was really awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, like I didn't. It was neat. The trailer was kind of like, it kind of looked like something out of Final Fantasy, and then it kind of looked like it was gonna be like a, you know, like a brawler game, sort of like what is it? What's that blue one? Daz Blue, not Daz Blue, Blaze
No
Blue,
idea.
Blaz Blue. Like it kind of looked like it was gonna be something like Blaz
Yes.
Blue or something, but then like I heard someone say, oh, it's, you know, it's like an old school. It's from 2000. The original game came out in 2005 on the Xbox. It's like a card game, but that's all I really heard about it.
I don't see anything wrong with it. I actually love card games.
I don't
Yeah, there are some good card games.
like Hearthstone. I like Hearthstone, but like I'm not too sure. Like there's so many card games coming out now. Like you had Scrolls, which I don't even know what happened to it.
Scrolls wasn't a card game.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I guess it's sort of a card game because
It
you've
is a
got all the
card
different
game.
characters.
It's
but
a card
it is
game.
not a card game.
Originally, it was supposed to be a card game. And then you have like all the Magic games, you know.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
we have no background music going. Should we get some background music going?
That would be
That'd be
maybe
nice.
suggested. I hear myself. on
Yeah,
the-
it comes through ants every now and then. It's all right.
Oh. Yeah, we could do music.
We're gonna just put on some Girlfriend Records.
Okay,
Good
what's
stuff.
next on
What?
this list?
Next on the list we have Forza Horizon 2.
Is this in the order of
Yeah,
what we
another.
have on the dock, or in
Yeah,
the
it's
order
on the
of how they
dock.
were
No,
announced?
from
Okay.
Wait,
So completely
we haven't done
random.
Halo 5 yet, have we?
Oh, I completely
Yeah.
skipped Halo 5. Well, Halo 5 is a bigger one. We'll do that more towards the
We'll do that.
end of
I
the
guess,
because
at
there's
the
so
end of the
much there. It's
microphone.
like 3 different topics in
Yeah.
one. So Forza 5 is obviously a simulation driving game. I mean Forza Horizon 2, not Forza 5. Jesus, it's a simulation driving game, but the Horizon series is more of like it's an open world, a little bit more arcadey type game. It has, I think they said over 200 cars.
That's
so
a lot of cars.
It is a lot of cars, and they're like high end cars. And I don't know. There wasn't much more about that. It's cross gen, so it'll be on. It'll be on both. Like old last gen and next and
Yeah.
current gen. And by current gen, I'm talking about
360.
yeah.
one,
By current
I
gen
know what you
means
mean.
like PS4 and that stuff, and last gen is now. Before that, everybody knows, or should know by now.
I wish that other people would get that through their heads so they would stop just defining everything as next gen.
I know, right?
Except that's been going on since way before all of this.
Yeah,
Next
exactly.
generation.
Like I don't know why people can't. I
I
guess.
thought anything too.
I guess
do
it
that.
sounds better than current generation
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
within technology's limits.
So there's not. I don't know.
Next gen. I don't think it's really a next gen game. It's really just
It's a
another
driving
typical
game. You know, this is
racing
like
game. Yeah, it's
there is a lot of
another
driving
typical one.
games. A lot of driving games coming out this year. This year we have Forza Horizon 2. We have Drive Club from this was the PlayStation Plus one. We have the one
Crew.
the Crew from Ubisoft, and then we have the one that raised like $1 million on Kickstarter called like Project Cars or something, which is like a super simulation one. So there's that, but I don't know. There's not much to say about this game. It's a car game. You know, if you're into cars, you'll like it.
It's a typical car game. It has nice graphics. It's not really a next gen game to me.
No,
I don't
but
really
it
much
looks
to say.
pretty.
It's not.
But oh no, it looks beautiful, no doubt. It's just another typical racing game to me.
All right. So
Yes, yes.
next up
That's
we
how I
have
feel about all the Forzas.
Dance Central. I don't know if anybody has anything to say about
I
Dance
love
Central.
anything with
I'm ready to
with
jam out. That's all I can say.
I want to jam out to that game. No
I-
doubt in my mind.
I would just like to make sure that everyone knows that Dance Central is and will always be a million times better than any Just Dance game that will ever be
No,
published.
no.
Thank
You
very
see,
much for
you
listening.
know what the problem is? Here's the problem.
That Just Dance exists?
No, the problem is So Microsoft has abandoned the Kinect for the most part, right? Everybody agree?
No,
Like
they haven't.
you,
Pretty much. Yeah.
you no
Yeah.
longer have to buy an Xbox with it, and you can get it without for $100 cheaper. That's pretty much abandoning it.
Oh,
There was no talk of any Kinect games except for Dance Central, and then there was that other one, which is made by Harmonix, by the way. And then there's that other one by Harmonix, which it's like Disney Fantasia Magic, musical adventures or whatever.
the musical, yeah.
there
With
was
so they
wait a
a
announced,
minute, wait a
shape-up game.
Actually, I don't know. That was part of the Central part, though.
yeah, but it started
Like,
with the
you can't
Disney one, and then
necessarily
they announced Dance Central.
Yeah.
What are you on about, Z?
You can't necessarily say that they left it behind though, because if you think about it, like with my Xbox One, the Kinect is very it's used for like a lot of it. You don't have to use it, but like you'd be surprised how many people actually use the voice.
Oh, I'm sure there is a lot of people
It's
who
not
use
so
it.
much-
completely.
It's not
And
so much that
also,
they're
you can walk
abandoning
in
it.
the room and it logs in. So that's there's
Yeah,
a lot
but-
of stuff that it actually does do, but not for
But
gaming. Not what
honestly, though, if I can get
they
the
announce the Kinect's build up.
if I can get
Sorry.
the system for $100 cheaper without the Kinect, obviously that's the way to go.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's not that they're abandoning it. It's just that they're recognizing that not everyone wants it bundled, so that's all
Yeah.
they did.
I guess, but like there's like
That's all.
there's maybe 3 Kinect games.
Yeah, it's
at
not like you can't
E3.
just get the Xbox with it still.
I
You
wasn't really
can,
too
but
concerned about it, but
Yeah.
that's really opinion on that. Concerned about the Kinect thing. I was not really concerned about that.
anybody else got anything to
Next
say about
up.
Dance Central?
No. Well,
Um,
actually, kind of like mixed it in with the whole dance stuff. Just what happened? Like, where's Dance Dance Revolution and like all?
DDR is an
It's,
arcade
like, not
thing,
there
man.
anymore.
DDR
Did you
is
not
I know.
see
completely
that?
arcade based.
No, but I'm saying it's not like any in our like in any.
Did you not see that
arcades
one
anymore.
game that
They
was
took it out of my
essentially-
movie theater down the street. Just stop.
Oh, you
talking,
mean like
man.
what happened to the actual ones?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
No.
Physical machines.
Yeah,
Well,
it's,
arcades
it's
are
besides
dying.
the point, but
That's
I'm just
true.
curious.
Chad's got a good point. Arcades are dying, essentially. But
It's so sad.
Which sucks.
yeah, it does suck. Arcades are
Arcades
cool,
are
you know.
fun.
But like, all right, let's move on. Now we have a game that I am super, super excited for, and I don't even own an Xbox One yet. Sunset Overdrive by Insomniac.
I love the trailer for that.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
really very comedy.
So
based
good.
to me.
Like
Yeah,
the
it's
game
so
looks
good,
like
though.
it's so like good looking, and like just the concept of it. So like the storyline is there's like this energy drink, and you drink it and it infects people, and they become like these mutated zombie type things, and the more you drink, the more infected they get. And so like you're trying to like stop them, but there's also like actual like people who are trying to take down the city or whatever, and you have to try and stop them all. And oh my god, the game looks so good, and it's got like a sort of like parkour type system, and like you can like jump.
Oh, this was that game that was released a few whatsy doodles ago, wasn't it? Where it had the guy talking to the girl on the radio.
It was never released.
Well, not released, but talking
I'm not.
about
I
it.
don't remember anything about a radio, but
No, I don't.
I remember. I know what game this is now.
Yeah,
You
it's-
mentioned the parkour thing.
Yeah, and so like the mission that they showed in the demo was that like, um, I'm not sure Jorobot. I'm not sure if it's cross-gen. We can look it up, I guess. But in the demo, what they were showing is there was like this mission you had to get to the amusement park and like get people away from the roller coaster, and like he started like jumping around and stuff, and he was like shooting the people that were on the roller coaster, and he was like, because I think you have like rollerblades on or something, because like he was like like grinding down the rails of it. It was so cool, and like shooting and stuff. It was really
You
neat.
know
Like
what
stuff was just blowing up.
You know
And
what it
one
reminded
second.
me of?
And Jorobot, it is
ahead.
just Xbox One, man. Just Xbox One. Go for it, Z.
Alright, that game really reminded me of Beautiful Joe for PS2 and GameCube a long time ago.
Beautiful.
I don't know what it was, but like, yeah, do you not remember that game?
It sounds familiar.
Anybody
It
else
does.
remember it?
Never
it does
heard
sound
of it.
familiar.
Yeah.
now.
Beautiful Joe for the GameCube or PS2. Really good game.
Oh, the one with the dude in the red. It's beautiful, not beautiful. Beautiful.
I said beautiful.
Oh, it sounded like you said beautiful. I was like,
We got Stalfo in the lounge, but
Stalfo is in the
Unfortunately,
lounge.
you know.
We're locked though.
Yeah.
It's the way we are. We said it. You know, the crew's here for this. That's locked. So I apologize if anybody wants in, but we're locked.
we need to do stuff like this more often.
Yeah, we can totally do stuff like this more often. Why not? And we can do like shorter 1 hour ones, you know, so like just like a podcast or whatever where we talk about whatever the fuck we want. But there's some tech
Sounds
stuff
familiar.
involved with the conferences as well, Z, that we'll get to because I know you're into like the techie stuff. And yeah, Joro, the game
yeah.
does look extremely smooth. Sunset Overdrive. It looks like such a beautiful game, and I really want an Xbox One for a lot of the stuff that we're saying here. Even though a lot of it I can get on PS4, which I will. There's just some like the exclusives. That's what I want an Xbox One for, like Sunset Overdrive, Halo 5. You know, there's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And anybody else got anything to say about Sunset Overdrive before we move on?
No.
Really good looking. So,
Yeah.
I mean, just rate it.
Rate it? Oh, I
do you
can't
think?
rate it.
No.
How much? Yeah.
No,
I know, I'm
Z,
not saying, like,
Z,
based on
Z,
how you've seen it.
Z.
Ratings
We're
are
gonna
just
have. We're
more
each gonna
arbitrary.
pick. We're each gonna pick a game of show at the end.
Assassin's Creed.
At the end.
Well, is there any Xbox
that's
games that you guys anyone want to mention? There's a couple left in there.
Xbox
Tomb Raider,
games.
maybe. Yeah,
Uh,
like Tomb
LFO.
Raider.
Tomb Raider's not Xbox exclusive, but it's on. It was
Well, it's not-
showed off there.
Oh, you mean you're talking about Xbox exclusive?
Clay, this is sort of like a podcast. It's our E3 2014 roundtable discussion. Me and a bunch of my friends, we just got together. We're talking about everything that was announced and whatnot, and what we think about it. So if that's your sort of thing, you know, you're welcome to stay. You obviously gain the masks that we give out every stream here and whatnot. If you have questions, feel free to ask in the chat or send them to me on Twitter at @IamAsky_. You make sure you got the hashtag E3Masky on there, so I know it's related to this. All right.
Or you
Moving
can just
on.
tweet him. I mean,
Or you can just tweet me. I mean, nobody else does. So I'm just gonna put a mark beside everything we've covered.
good
Okay.
idea.
All right, there we
Yeah.
go. All right, so okay, let's get this one out of the way because I don't really like this game because the series. I used to really like this franchise. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Fable Legends. Let's get this out of the way.
I'm not gonna lie. I love the trailer for Fable Legends, but yeah, I kind of agree. I haven't played the Fable Legends to judge the game, but the trailer for that game looks really awesome, and I love RPG games, so I kind of don't have a lot to say. I just love my impressions for this game was really awesome. Not gonna lie. But I'm
No,
gonna leave the rest up to
see-
you guys.
See, my thing with it, Fable, the first Fable was such an amazing game. So good. And then, like, Fable 2 was really good. Fable 3, you know, it had a bunch of stuff that kind of, you know, made the game suck a bunch more. And then there was that other Fable one for Kinect. And I'm not sure if there was another one after that. But now we have this one. It just feels like now they're just taking the Fable franchise and just throwing it onto, like, they're like, oh cool, we have this idea for a game, and then they're like, oh, just call it Fable something, just so they have the brand recognition,
That's understandable.
because
Yeah.
I've never played Fable, so I don't have
Fable's
much
such
to
a
say.
great game, but like it's just, this is so different. This has nothing to do with any of this. Clay asks,
Like-
what has been your favorite game you have ever played?
So basically, it's
Secret
not.
of the Magic Crystals.
So basically, what you're saying is that it's not really it's like a standalone version of all the Fable games. And
It's
not
like
really a series.
To me, it feels almost like a tower defense game where a bunch of people work together to beat the one enemy guy while he tries and throws monsters at him. Kind of like a Mighty Quest for Epic Loot, only with your friends involved.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
Um,
what you're talking about then.
Yeah. So, that's my opinion on Fable Legends.
I don't think anyone else has to talk about this, so let's move on.
Anyone to-
Yeah, I don't know enough about Fable
All
to
right.
have an educated
We got-
discussion about it,
3 more to go in the Microsoft category.
which I was asleep for. So
Yeah, but we're getting into stuff that is really cool. All right, the new Tomb Raider. Everybody remembers the Tomb Raider game that came out. What was it, last year, 2 years ago?
with a bunch
Yeah.
of creepy camera angles.
Come on, the game was amazing. You can't even lie.
No, the game
I-
was really amazing. I love
I've
the
heard a
storyline
lot of
for-
people can disagree,
The game was so
but
good.
again,
I love the
I
game.
don't know anything about it.
The storyline was beautiful. The graphics were great. It was great user interface interaction to me. I personally enjoyed it. I played the new Tomb Raider. I didn't play the older one, but I have watched Tomb Raider in the past, so I really enjoyed the whole franchise for it. So
The official title of the game is Rise of the Tomb Raider. So that's
Yes.
it's just Rise of the Tomb Raider is the title of the game. And
Dawn
so
of the Rise of the Planet
we got
of the
like
Apes.
a CG. I'm pretty sure it was a CG trailer, or it may have been rendered, but
When you're ready,
whoa,
Open your
we got
eyes.
video playing. My bad, that was weird. So when she was like, it takes place after the game that came out like a year or two ago, and so she's sitting in like a room with her psychiatrist and talking. He's like, "Oh, you're doing so well with improvements," but then it keeps cutting to her like running through a forest, and then it shows like there's this giant bear chasing her, and this thing is massive, and then she
Big
jumps.
Brother Bear?
No, like Big Brother Bear. And then she jumps, and you know how she climbs with that pick thing? She has that, but she smacks her head off this mountain across this giant, like, I don't know, there's like a giant drop, I guess, with like a river below it. And then so she bashes her head off that, like, puts her like ice pick type thing into there so to stop her from falling, and it's like really crazy. And I think the game will be really good. I think it probably once we have more details, I think we'll be able to figure out more about it. But I don't think they could screw it up, but I don't think they will. They did such a good job with the first one. So
I don't know why I heard. I heard that there were announced two of the Tomb Raider games already.
There
Yeah,
is.
I
There
don't know,
was
it's
a
a
second
rumor.
one announced. It wasn't in a
Okay,
conference, but it was. So do you remember like the top-down Tomb Raider game?
Yeah.
Anybody? Yeah, you
I know what
remember
you're
that? It's another one of those. It's another top-down Tomb
Oh,
Raider
okay,
game.
that's when they met then. Yeah, because I was reading that today. I'm like, really? They just announced two of them?
Yeah,
already?
the other one was just in like an interview type thing. It wasn't on any of the press conferences. So
Okay.
that's Tomb Raider. All right, now what do you guys want to do
Witcher 3.
first? Do you want to do Witcher 3 or Halo?
We might as well
Uh,
save Halo for the
Z wants
last.
to talk about Halo, or I
But-
guess not.
No.
Never mind.
Oh, let's do that
Z
last.
wants to spend a lot of time on Halo, and I know that's what he's waiting for. All right.
I know.
Oh, we forgot
Well, not
Dragon
too much
Age.
time, I mean, I just want to talk about it.
We forgot Dragon Age
Again,
Inquisition.
I have never played a Dragon Age game.
Okay, that's okay because the second one sucked. So Dragon Age, they showed
Trust me though, I have played some video games.
Dragon Age Inquisition.
3.
It's like the new Dragon Age game. Whatever. I think it looks bad, and I don't know, too hyped because what they did, they showed off like a clip of Dragon Age Inquisition, and then they moved straight to The Witcher 3.
Hmm.
Who's typing that?
I'm not typing
I
anything.
just don't know who's. Oh yeah, I don't know. He's blue, which is your color. So, so
Teeth.
so then they showed Witcher 3, and Witcher 3 looks like such a massive game. I've never
Those
beat
hair
a
physics
Witcher game.
though.
I know, and like so in this
Oh.
trailer, he like fights a griffin, and he like has to track the thing down, and then he has to chase it. Then he gets into a fight with these guys on the way, and it's just like the game looks like it flows really smoothly, and like it just like the visuals are amazing. They're probably the best some of the best visuals I've seen so far on a next gen console. And that's there's with all the stuff we saw today, that's pretty good. But
Oh no, that was probably one of the most realistic trailers I ever watched. Like, everything looked so real.
oh yeah, it really did. It looked like just the way it all flowed. It was just really nice and really smooth.
And I'm not gonna lie, I haven't played any of the Witcher games I really want to know since they just put out the dirt one. I'm like, oh my fucking god, how come I never played these games before? I'm just like, wow.
But like the first and second Witcher game, they weren't like they were open world, but they were closed world. They weren't like you couldn't just really go anywhere you wanted. Kind of like directed you, but it had like a huge map. But this third Witcher game, it's completely open world. You can go wherever you want. The mountain, if you see the mountains in the distance, you can go to those mountains, and it's just I think it'll be like really good. It'll build, it's like
Yeah,
Skyrim,
I
right?
kinda like
Tons
that.
of stuff to do, lots of things to explore. I think it'll work out really well for them. I think it'll sell tons of copies. I know I'm gonna pre-order it tomorrow, so
Yeah, there's
There's
so
that.
much hype for this game, you have no idea.
oh I know it's crazy. All right, now on to I'm gonna let Z introduce this one.
So, Halo 5, obviously, because we've been saving it. Are we just gonna talk about like? All right, I don't know.
We're gonna talk about everything
First
Halo.
things
that
first,
was
Halo
announced.
5 Guardians.
Halo 5
First
Guardians.
things
Yep,
first,
Yeah,
that's
Halo 5
Guerrillas.
Guardians.
that's the title.
Main thing. That's the title being released.
No
we all
release
named,
date.
like,
No
yeah.
nothing. We have to remember we've
No,
seen
I've
like
never played a
There's
Halo.
the beta comes out
Shut
November
up,
11th, I think.
we've seen like a 10-second
not.
clip of Halo 5
Rendered.
rendered
Yeah, it wa-
at
it's-
that, so
yeah, it
it's
wasn't,
nothing to do with the game at all. Because
We've seen no gameplay.
because the basic
But like,
I don't know who's
go
going.
ahead,
Hello?
Logan, it's
All
your
right,
stream.
so like the main focus today with the Halo stuff wasn't really Halo 5. Like they mentioned it, but they pulled away from it. They don't want to. They're not like it's almost like they didn't want to spend a lot of time with it because they want us to
Yeah.
focus on
I don't
the
think,
bigger
I don't
thing
think they're
here.
ready to go into details about that yet, because they were just talking mainly about the old Halo games. And
Well,
I'm not gonna lie, when I saw the trailer for that, didn't even anyone recognize the voice of who it was? I noticed
Kinda.
it right away.
I didn't.
It was Keith David. I'm like, oh my fucking, oh my god, yes.
So
Now,
we have to remember we
David
just
are in a serious relationship.
we just have to remember that they first teased Halo 5 last E3. So last
they
year.
did with the
There's just that little trailer. We saw more of it then than we did now. But they gave us information on the storyline
Well,
of. They gave us information on the
No.
storyline of Halo 5.
maybe.
No, they did. Like they
Oh.
even said, and they it's a story of like so like at the end of it, Master Chief is like trying to figure out. He's trying to like get answers. He's trying to figure out like if what he's doing is right and whatnot. At the end of Halo 4, and like he suffered this great loss with Cortana. Spoiler, and then
Thanks for the spoiler warning.
After.
Pal.
After.
it's been like 2 years. Get with it.
Yeah.
Not like
And-
I haven't played Halo 4 or anything.
Yeah,
ever.
well,
Not like
whatever,
you're
it's
ever
good.
going to.
Yeah, not right. And then so,
Yeah.
and then there's these other people. There's like these what do they call them? Arbiters? Is that what they call them?
Yeah.
No, Arbiter's the
the
one guy.
Okay, well
Yeah,
their
elite,
race of people, the
soldiers.
elites or whatever. Yeah, the elites. They're like trying to
No,
find
that's
Master
the,
Chief
Covenant.
to get answers about something as well. It's a bunch of crazy shit.
No, well, yeah. It looked like there was another Spartan looking for Master Chief in the
That
trailer.
too, I do agree with that. It looked like there was a couple
Now-
people there.
All right, the beta for that I think was out in November. I think is what it said. No,
The beta comes out in
Halo
December.
Master
Halo
Collection.
Master Collection, Master Chief Collection, which I guess we should bring up. Everybody who doesn't
That
know
comes out in November.
comes out in November, November 11th of this year. The
With
Halo
the-
Master Chief
That's
Collection.
when the beta comes out.
No, the beta comes out in December.
Oh.
You get access to
Well,
the beta when you buy it, but it doesn't come out till December. So what the Halo Master Chief Collection is, just before we continue on about, just so everybody knows, is you get Halo 1 Anniversary Edition, so you get the really nice looking Halo 1. Then you get Halo 2, which since it's the 10-year anniversary of Halo 2, you get that the anniversary edition of that, plus they're bringing back Halo 2 multiplayer, which has been offline for years, and they didn't change a line of the code in it, so it's going to feel exactly the same as when Halo 2 came out, which in many people's opinion had the best multiplayer of all the Halos. Then you get Halo.
Does that mean that?
What?
Does that mean that if they find any new bugs in the multiplayer, they're not going to fix it?
You're not gonna fix
Yeah,
it.
like all the bugs
That's
are going to be there,
stupid.
all the original bugs, because they're hard coded bugs almost now. So you also get Halo 3. But they're not doing any special treatment of that. They're gonna kind of upgrade it a little, but because it came out on 360 and it doesn't look that bad of a game, you're gonna get Halo 3, and then you get Halo 4 as well. You get
And they're all
over-
for the Xbox One.
they're all of these on that are for the Xbox One. You also get over 100 multiplayer maps. Every single map that has ever been in Halo Online, any of them you can play. And what?
So I could play like old school Blood Gulch, but on the
Oh, hell yeah.
Halo 4.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't work
Halo
that way. It
4.
doesn't work that way. So there's a main menu
Doesn't work
system.
that way.
No, there's a main menu system, right? And so you can select which game you want to play, and and then it starts running that game's
Oh, yeah.
engine. But what they're doing for the
That's awesome.
multiplayer, so say you go into like a Slayer lobby, which is just team deathmatch or whatever, and then so they'll give you 3 map choices to vote for, and it'll tell you which game. So say you get Blood Gulch, then you get a Halo 2 map, then you get a Halo 4 map. So whatever one gets voted, so say Blood Gulch wins, then it launches the Halo 1 multiplayer engine.
Yeah. Now
That's
I
interesting.
It's really neat. And you have to remember,
Yeah.
Halo 1 never had multiplayer on the Xbox.
Oh yeah.
Are you
Wow.
sure?
Yeah,
It
Halo.
had
No, it didn't.
multiplayer.
No,
Halo,
it didn't. Not on
Combat
not the
Evolved?
original. Combat
Oh,
Evolved
online.
did. Yeah, okay, it had multiplayer,
that
not
was the-
online.
Oh, okay.
That's what I meant. My bad.
Now, what was it? Just to bring up the whole topic, I think the reason they didn't really show much of Halo 5 footage was one, to just hype it up, get people wondering. But two, you gotta think, they've been busy remaking Halo 2 pretty much. I mean, they had to bring over the engine for the graphics and all that, and I don't know. I feel like that's probably where they've been spending most of their time, and building, of course, the Master
Well, see-
Collection of it. And so that's kind of probably where the delay with the actual game footage is. Because they did show Halo 2 footage, right?
Well, yeah, because they showed Halo 2 footage, because that's the anniversary edition, Because it's the anniversary year
That's kind
for
of the
Halo
actual
2.
release in a way.
Yeah, but they're not. They
It's
also
in a way
announced
a release.
you can't buy Halo 2 anniversary separate. You have to get it in this pack.
Yeah.
Which that
Which
makes
is
sense.
smart marketing, but
Well, think about it. You get all 4 games for $60,
it's true.
right?
Oh,
And
it's only 60?
It's only
so
$60
It's really worth it, in my opinion.
Oh hell yeah!
I will be pre-ordering as soon as it's possible.
So like
So I'm
that.
not selling my Xbox anymore. Keeping that.
So yeah, I'll
On the-
I'll get one, and then
Sounds like we're done with
We'll-
Microsoft.
we'll play
On
Halo
the
with you.
subject of pre-ordering, I
Yep.
kind of wish that we could still do that nowadays without having to worry about the game working.
What do you
'Cause
mean?
You heard a bunch of the stuff about what happened with Watch Dogs, right?
Watch
most
Dogs,
of
which
the
I
peop- how the
pre-ordered.
only- Yeah, a bunch of the people were having issues with Uplay, and a lot of the people who were able to
Yeah, but
play
see,
it were,
that's
or the only people who were able to play it were people that had pirated it.
no, but see the
which is
reason
actually sort of
why.
funny in its own
Ethan,
way.
you have to remember the reason why. It's not that the game didn't work. It's that the
Because
Uplay servers
Uplay
got
sucks.
no. That's not it. Because you can say the same about the GTA servers. Because the same thing happened when GTA came out.
No,
Yeah,
but
that's
Uplay
true.
is
They got
seriously
overloaded. No, but I don't have a problem with Uplay. Yeah, on PC it sucks, but I don't use it on PC, so it's not my problem. Uplay is
That doesn't
cool.
mean
Alright,
it's
we're
not an
getting-
issue.
No, this is alright because
Let's
he's
start.
saying the game's broken. The game wasn't broken. Uplay got
No, I
overloaded
didn't,
because of
I
too
didn't
many
say
people.
that the game was broke. Well,
You did
it wasn't that it got a lot of the reason that people couldn't play with their pre-ordered copies was because Uplay was inhibiting their experience,
because it was
which is
overloaded
something
because
that
of
we
all
need
the
to do
people.
away with.
We still have like.
Same thing happened with
3 more
GTA.
columns, so
I know,
let's
but
go
with
ahead.
with GTA, it lasted like a month until they got it all sorted out. And even now, GTA Online has issues. But okay, you know what? We're done with Microsoft now. I know what
Yeah.
time it is, Z.
All right. Do y'all want to?
EA's
Do y'all want
fast.
to go
EA's
ahead and
fast.
do the small little thing of Nintendo stuff now? All right.
Fine. You know,
How
we'll
about
do
we do
Nintendo
No.
quick. We'll do
intermission
Nintendo quick.
between-
Nintendo hasn't done anything yet.
I know. That's why we're gonna say predictions.
Yeah, but we can talk about the
okay.
predictions.
All right,
We'll do
so
that
I
after
don't-
EA since there's
Fuck,
not
I don't know
one.
what the hell Nintendo. We're gonna see Smash Bros. I don't
Wait,
know
are we-
anything
I thought-
else.
Yeah, I'll talk about it, but can we do it after EA? I want to prepare. Like.
All right, fine. You can prepare for
Okay.
that.
I
All
have
right,
lots to
EA.
say about
Yeah,
EA anyway.
EA. We'll start with. There's so much more than what we have in our EA column. Okay, so sports games.
Yeah,
Let's just do
trying to
that.
figure out.
UFC, the
Yeah.
new UFC game looks really good. I've played the beta. It's really fun. I'm probably gonna buy
Bruce
it.
Lee
Nobody.
Simulator.
Bruce Lee's in it. That's ballin'. All right, the new
Yeah, I like that actually.
the new FIFA game. You can kick up the dirt. You can kick up
Wow.
the dirt in the field and stuff.
Technology's come
Um,
so far.
I know. The new
I
Madden.
wanna see that.
I'm just running through the new sports
Sports,
games
yeah,
of the
just
year
one for the
real
sport.
quickly. The new
I wanna
Madden
see that as the
has a.
slogan on the box.
Okay,
It says
it's
FIFA
not.
15.
All
you
right,
can
let's
kick
move
up the
on.
dirt.
Let's move on. The new
Okay.
Madden introduces a brand new way to play when you're playing defense. Brand new mechanics for that. It looks pretty neat. The new golf game, PGA Golf. This one's hilarious. So they claim that there's no loading times between each hole. They also have a fantasy
Mm.
golf, which you can play golf over battleships and crap, and it runs off the Frostbite 3
Yeah, like a
engine.
war battleship or something like
Yeah,
that. I
just
thought
like
that was
Battlefield.
Kinda funny.
All right, so that's all the sports games. That's said and done. Blah blah blah. Oh, and NHL 15. Finally, a hockey game that'll be on next gen systems. It doesn't look bad. All right, that's that. Now then, let's move on to Sims 4. Everybody ready? Sims 4 is a big one.
Oh my fucking god, I am in love with Sims 4. They did such a fucking awesome job with Sims 4. I cannot wait for this game to come out.
I don't think I've ever heard Ant say that many f bombs in one sentence. But he's right.
And
Sims
the
4.
only time.
Sims 4 does look amazing.
I'm sorry, I'm a Sims fan.
It's all right. I really like the Sims 2. The new character creator. It's really diverse, and you can do tons of stuff with it. The new house builder. You can
Gallery,
auto do rooms and stuff. It's really nice. It's all really nice. And they announced today the big thing was that you don't just control their actions and their brain, but you control their emotions and stuff and whatnot. Like they showed this one dude was really sad, so they threw him a party, and then he was laughing so much he died. And then death came.
I
to
would
him.
be so mad if that happened in my game. That seems really dumb.
Just have
Wait,
kids at a young
Sim
age.
died from laughing so
Laughing
hard?
Yeah,
kids,
he died
yeah.
from laughing too hard, which is stupid. Next thing, they're gonna have your character gain the ability to get diabetes and have their foot amputated or something.
Hey, settle
No offense,
down.
Masky.
Can they choke on their food though?
Probably.
Probably.
You have to tell one to give the other one the Heimlich maneuver, but he doesn't have high enough skill in medical.
So he dies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like he doesn't know how to use the highway coming over.
Yeah, so he's just beating his chest.
So what you do, and then you give up. You try and
Rest
call.
in peace.
You give up. You try and call an ambulance, but then you realize that the night before a burglar broke into your house and stole your telephone.
He stole your telephone.
Yeah, why not? It's happened. You
Yeah,
wouldn't
they,
steal.
They
You
also
wouldn't.
mentioned about the new character gallery, which I thought was really fucking nice.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I remember in Sims 2, the thing they had. I didn't really like it. It was really slow and really, it just was slow and it just didn't feel like it ever did anything right.
Slow.
It was just slow.
Slow.
Um,
Wait, in what game?
Sims 3 when you could go on the website and download stuff that other people made and whatnot.
Oh,
Now in Sims 4 they
I
have
never
like
bother with any of that.
See, in Sims 4 it's built into the game apparently, and so say I have my Sim, say I make Masky, Rich Masky, and Ethron, you have Sims, and so you're hosting a party and you want you want my greedy rich sim to come to your party and spread all his money around. So you download me and I instantly appear in your game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wait, does that affect like my
I'm
game?
90% certain that that isn't built into
It
the
wouldn't
game,
affect
because
your
from what it
game if
looks
your
like,
sim isn't
It looks
there.
like a website.
It might be.
Wait,
a
you
website.
can just rip my sim into your game and then have them just start
No, because-
making it rain with hash.
Well, I don't know how it works. Your sim would act however your sim would act. However, it depends on his like his stats and character traits and whatnot, and his personality traits and all that type of stuff of what he would do. But like, it wouldn't affect your game because you put him on the website, which makes him available for other people to add into their games. That's how that works, as far as I understand it.
Correct. That's how
I'm
you-
more interested in seeing how past actions of your sim will affect future actions, because it's always been sort of silly in The Sims how you can divorce someone and then spend 5 minutes of shaking hands and telling jokes and then get married the next day.
And then, yeah, exactly.
To the person you divorced.
Yeah. I'm sorry my alcoholism has ruined our marriage.
Yeah.
Like patty cake for a couple minutes.
Yeah. Woohoo.
Oh yeah.
All right. Anybody else got anything else on Sims 4?
I wonder if your sim can still die from woohooing too much.
Well, if you can die from laughter, I'm sure you can. Maybe what? No, you have
Because
woohoo,
I
and then
killed all of my sims.
I
I'm
see.
not gonna lie, there's a big difference between the Sims 3 and the Sims 4, and it just looks so beautiful.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I
it does.
can't- I
It looks-
cannot wait.
Really nice. But I wonder this. So no, you can die from laughter, but if you have woohoo, and then your wife laughs at you because you're not satisfying her, and then she laughs,
Then you
can she
get
die from
depression
that?
and you have
Can
to
you
mo-
get depression
You have to
Well,
motivate your sim to get out of bed in the morning.
and go get a
I'm
job?
probably
Your
curious
sim can
because
get depression too? Does he go to the doctor and get like antidepressant medication that causes him to have suicidal thoughts?
I don't know.
Are there any
See,
bridges in
how
the
deep does it
Sims
go?
4?
yeah, it's just bridges and
jump it.
But anyway, yeah, I was reading the model for the game, Smarter Sims, Weirder Swords, and I thought that was kind of interesting how they just put that as a model. So I'm
Oh.
wondering if they're gonna do a major difference between the Sims 3 and the Sims 4 on the Sims alone because of what you guys discussed. So that's what I'm curious about in Sims 4 when it comes out.
The game
Let's
comes
see.
out. It comes out this fall, I think.
Comes out like it's September. That's what I
September
remember.
or
Like,
something.
yeah,
Which is technically
I
part of
haven't
like
played a
the
Sims
episode.
game since I was in like 5th grade. Dang.
So everybody
Like,
done with the Sims?
A whole year ago.
Is
was
he
that?
still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
He's not really saying anything. All right.
Sorry, I had a lot to say about.
I
Sims,
didn't watch
sorry.
the.
It's
EA
all right. It's
thing.
all right. All right, everybody. My
Us together.
a game that is really like I am totally in love with, and I always have been. It's probably one of
Assassin's Creed.
No, we're not there yet. This is EA. It's the only other game that's good from EA. It's like probably my top 5 games I've ever played list is Mirror's Edge. Mirror's Edge, and now we have Mirror's Edge 2. And now, now we have to get.
At first, I thought it was a remake. I'm
It
not
is.
gonna lie. I thought
It
it was a
is.
remake. Oh, okay.
No,
It
it
is,
isn't.
but it isn't. It's a prequel.
So it's not a remake in any
Well,
way.
no, it's not a
prequel.
remake, but originally EA had this huge storyline for the original Mirror's Edge, and then they're just like, nope, they cut out about 60% of the game of the original Mirror's Edge, and then they didn't do anything with it for years, and now they announced it last year, and now it's back with a little bit of concept art and a little bit of footage this year, and it's all about how Faith becomes the person she is and how they get to this part, like this point in her life where she has to do the stuff she's doing to survive.
I hope it doesn't have those dumb cutscenes from the first one. They seemed very out of place.
Oh.
Like the arts, it was good, but it seemed really out of place.
Obviously there's going to be some sort of cutscene, you know?
Well, of course there's gonna be a cutscene. I'm just dumb. Obviously there has to be some sort of cutscene.
That's not necessarily
I'm
true.
just saying that it would be better if it fit in with the style of the game. That sort of 2D cell shaded look was cool, but it's
Yeah, but-
not something I would have expected from the game.
I
It just
like.
didn't fit.
Now I'm going to talk about parkour, and we're going to talk about parkour again later with Assassin's Creed. But yeah.
Sorry,
but like
I need to
the
go check my underwear.
new, like the new moves and stuff, because they're actually working with like real parkour like experts, I guess you could call them, people who like obviously train in the sport and whatnot, to like make the game fluid and nice and smooth and add all these extra moves and stuff. And like one thing they said is like, because you don't really use guns, right? When you want to take the people out, you don't really want to use guns, because in the first
Yeah,
game
you
guns
don't want
slowed
to
you
use guns
down.
at all.
In the first game they slowed you down if you used them, and they only had a couple shots. But like you can like drop kick a dude and keep running, and then the wall run, and then drop kick another dude, and they like knock them out. And it looks really neat, but there isn't a whole lot of footage on the game yet, which is my disappointment. Which, by the way, I forgot
No,
it.
it's kind
We forgot a big EA game.
yeah, I was kind of
Uh,
disappointed with that too.
What's the big EA game we forgot?
We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Let's go through BioWare first, because they're part of EA. All right, so BioWare is obviously working on Dragon Age Inquisition, which nobody really cares about because it's Dragon Age, and the second one sucked. Third one I don't like. If anybody wants to talk about it, now's your chance.
Never played a Dragon Age game.
All right, keep it that way. All right, they announced they're working on a new Mass Effect.
Woo! Hype. Ish.
When this new Mass Effect game apparently takes you to a completely different part of the universe. That's all we know about it. There was no title, no gameplay, no nothing. It's all concept right now. They're also, BioWare apparently announced that they're also working on a brand new EP. Not EP, IP. This isn't music, it's video games. They're working on a brand new IP. It's going to be open world, obviously, like all their other games pretty much, but no idea what that is. So that's BioWare. Alright, second last thing, I guess. We're going to get to that. I guess Rob brought it up, Battlefield. So Battlefield Hardline, it's sort of
Payday
like
3.
pretty much Payday 3, Cops vs. Robbers. It looks good. The graphics
Am
look
I
exactly the
mistaken
same
in
as Battlefield 4, though. Are you mistaken in?
Yeah. Am I mistaken in assuming that the Cops and Robbers is just a game mode and not the entire game?
That is the multiplayer, is that.
I feel like it's not just that.
There has to be
I
something
feel like
more.
there's.
You have to remember, we're paying $60, right? There is a campaign.
Of course, there has to be something else. I mean, obviously.
I wouldn't.
I'm
Nobody
not
would buy
gonna,
it if it
gonna
wasn't,
show it yet.
but
You just wanna just
it's in beta. The multiplayer is in beta. I tried getting into it, but PlayStation Network was down right after they announced it, so I couldn't get in.
Did you not do it afterwards?
No, because it was like limited spots. Now I'm on a wait list.
Oh. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, the beta for this game was already released. It was a first come first served base. I signed up for the beta. Apparently, I didn't get in, of course, because I really wanted to try it. Who knows? But yeah, they actually ended the EA conference with Battlefield, which is okay. We talked about it right now, but that's how I know about the Battlefield beta so far.
Yeah. All right.
And yeah, it kind of looks like Payday to me.
Here's the one thing that we forgot. I'm surprised nobody remembered it because people have been waiting for it for a long time and never thought it would ever happen.
Battlefield Front.
The new Battlefront. The
Battlefield Front.
EA opened with Battlefront, and honestly, what we saw was pretty friggin' cool looking. Apparently, the people making it, they went into like the Star Wars archives, George Lucas archives or whatever, and like they went through, they took photos of everything so they could render it in high detail in the game. And they actually went to all the locations that the original movies were filmed in to like get like the
Screw
way
that.
the
All they need
environments
to do is
look.
play. Sorry.
All they need to do
is play the first two games for like 4 hours, and they'll generally know what they need to do.
They just need to make a
Nothing
shoot.
else past that,
They need to
really.
make Battlefield with Star Wars skins.
Wrong. Absolutely not. That is the worst idea I've ever heard.
That's
I'm
all
so
it is.
sorry,
It's a
Matthew,
shooter
but no.
game with jetpacks and AT-ATs.
No,
and
have you ever played Battlefront? Ever? No, it is not that. I would be extremely disappointed in both DICE and EA if it was just a reskin Battlefield. I would
Yeah.
probably cry.
Rob, we do Uncharted 4. It'll probably be one of the last things we do. Right now we're at EA and Sony's the last conference, and there's a lot of stuff in that category. So that's everything for EA. If anybody else has anything to say, go
I
for it.
sincerely hope they don't mess up Battlefront because
I hope they don't
Battlefront
mess it up
2
either.
is easily one of my favorite games of all time. But
Oh,
oh
yeah.
my god, if it's just a reskin Battlefield, I'm gonna cry.
Oh,
Yeah. All right, Z, you ready?
Deserves so much more.
Yeah, I mean, we're really just
I'm probably
talking
gonna
about...
keep my mouth shut for this one. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Because you guys gonna have a lot to say. I don't have a lot to say about this game other than I like the co-op part of it. That's the only I really enjoyed about it. Otherwise,
Wait, we're
I
not.
have
Whoa,
nothing
whoa,
much to
whoa,
talk
whoa,
about.
whoa! We're not talking about
What are you
Assassin's Creed
talking
yet.
about?
We're not there.
Okay.
I'm asking
Star
Z if
Wars
he's ready
Assassin's
about.
Well, I'm just
Creed
warning
fun.
you. That's all. I have nothing to talk about that game.
I have everything to talk about there. So, Z,
All right.
Ready to do our
for
Nintendo
a sort
section?
of yes, for sort of a intermission, since Nintendo wasn't.
Hello?
yeah, I'm just.
announced
I'm listening to you.
officially. I mean, what am I talking about? Not hear me?
It hasn't happened yet.
Y'all can hear me, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Unfortunately.
I'm being all hello confusing. All right. Basically, yeah. Since it hadn't done its conference yet, this is just like a small intermission thing. But Smash Bros. That's
Smash
the biggest
Bros.
thing. That's probably the only thing anybody's really waiting for in the Nintendo conference. Because
Anything
on
I
the-
can. Sorry.
1 year ago, they announced Mega Man, Wii Fit Trainer, and Villager as the big welcomer for Super Smash Bros. 4, which we all knew was coming eventually, but not to the 3DS. Just thought it'd be a console. But anyways, I don't know. I'm wanting to see what you guys think.
I don't know, haven't they
Does
announced
anything
more
make
since
me
then?
Interested in it?
Haven't
Oh,
they
yeah,
announced-
Oh
not-
yeah, they have a lot.
Chad will know a lot about
Sonic's
this.
There's-
back.
There's like more than any other Smash Bros. Game on there. They have Sonic too, Mega Man. The only people they really haven't announced again, which I'm worried about, Captain Falcon hasn't been announced.
Yeah, I was worried about that, too.
reintroduced. Ness Hatton, and he's an original from the start, as was Captain Falcon. And I don't know if they really have any more that they haven't announced. It's like, I think everyone from the original games except for them are there. I don't think Roy's in it from Melee, which is kind of depressing to me. That is a good character. But anyways, like, any of y'all like have any guesses on what might show up tomorrow? A lot of people
You know what?
on
I'm not
Twitter
gonna lie. None of you are probably gonna agree with me on this, but something I hope Nintendo does is I want a new Mario Party.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
Wii U Mario Party. It hasn't happened yet. Why not? Right?
They have they have Nintendo Wii U Party or something like that. It's
Not the
essentially
same.
Mario Party, but with your
Not
Wii U.
good.
But it is exactly the same.
Not good enough.
But
Now,
Oh, and Zelda. Obviously, that'll happen.
oh yeah, that's
Oh,
another
yeah.
one to talk about real quick. Basically, what I'm hearing around on Twitter and just searching while you were talking about EA, a lot of people think Pac-Man might be.
Yeah, I saw an image of
because
that
Namco's
actually.
helping.
I saw an image of
Namco's
Pac-Man.
apparently helping with the production. And think of that. Pac-Man being in Super Smash Brothers. How would you feel about
it'd be goofy.
What's he gonna
It
do?
would,
Chase
unless
me
they-
around the map?
Unless they do like the version from some of the cartoons he's been in.
It's the 3D version. It's not like the 2D little eating guy. It's like the game, the Pac-Man universe guy.
I don't think
Or
he'll be in
whatever.
the game.
No, it's hard to say.
He doesn't fit. If anything, they're gonna go back and look at some like old Nintendo game, like Ice Climbers, and like pull out.
Yeah,
that.
that's another one.
They haven't announced them either.
They haven't. Wow.
Yeah, they've got enough Pokemon though. They just announced Grizzly
Yeah.
new generation Pokemon. I think
Is
two
Mewtwo in
recent
there?
games. Oh no, Mewtwo's not gonna be in the game. They've already announced Lucario.
Yeah. Let's see. Another that I'm hearing a possibility of is the MII that you can create on.
Me?
What
Wii.
you call it?
Yeah, the Mii's.
Yeah,
MII.
Okay.
I don't think the Mii is going to be in the game because they have the Villager, and the Villager is playable both in male and female version.
Yeah, but the Mii, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I was just hearing. I don't really think that it will be, but I just saw that people were saying it might be a possibility. I'd preferably rather, have someone else than him. But if that character or him or her, was added, or it rather, if it was added, I wouldn't mind. But it's not something I want. Personally, I don't really have any more suggestions for characters they could add them, but I'm hoping to see what they can do. Like, wait, is Ganon announced?
No, he's
No.
not.
Wow. That's going to be something. They will probably announce an enemy for Zelda because they don't have any enemies in Zelda in there. They've always had that.
I'm not sure because they've announced Zelda and Sheik, but the key is that they are no longer one character. They are now separate characters.
Which is
Yeah.
mm,
I mean, it's decent. It just fills up another player slot, really. Oh, what about Lil Mac? What do y'all think about him? Do you know?
I think he's interesting.
Yeah,
He looks
Lil
fun.
Mac.
Like you could get, like he could have some good combos, and he looks really fast.
yeah. As an Easter egg, they did a wireframe character color for him, where he's the like old school green wireframe box version of the character. Yeah. So I'm hoping personally, what I'd like to see in these next few announcements are, I can't really think of anybody from Mario or Kirby, anything.
Mario, perhaps, maybe Kirby.
Now, I do want to see someone like on the enemy side of Zelda. I really do. Now that I think about it, like I don't know about Ganon or Zant because Zant was only in one game, and y'all probably don't even know who I'm talking about there. But who was the enemy in Skyward Sword? Do y'all know?
Nope.
No.
Zelda.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it was like generic Evil 101 because there's like the Dark Universe.
Yeah, that's right. I think it was. Oh wait, no. Yeah, we're hey, while I'm doing this, I don't know. This wasn't really. I don't know if this is like being brought up, but I saw something a while back, a leak of Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D remake for the 3DS. What do y'all think?
That's been rumored forever now.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I
like,
know, but it was on a leak list.
on the subject of Majora's Mask, just to get back to Smash Bros. Again, that was what I was gonna say is that instead of Ganon, they may put in Skull Kid,
That'd be
Oh,
cool.
that'd be interesting.
and then
I would like that.
and
Yeah.
he'd have like Majora's Mask, and it would work perfectly because his final smash could be something like he pulls the moon down into the stage or something like that.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, Demise is the final boss in Skyward Sword, but she looks pretty much like Ganon, just like a long-time version of him. So they'll probably bring back Ganon. To be
A
honest.
long time version of him.
Oh wait,
What does that
sorry.
mean?
Yeah, I don't know, like a pre-carnation. I don't know. One thing that would be cool, Dark Link.
Long
No,
time.
they already have Dark Link in the game.
They do?
Yeah, he's just alternate skin for Link.
That's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Huh.
All right, but another thing is that Hyrule game where you're fighting in the Hyrule thing.
Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah,
the
Hyrule Warriors.
Dynasty Warriors series.
What do y'all think of that?
It
I-
looks cool. I don't really
I
understand.
could never
all the
really
hype
get
around
into
it, though.
Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah, I mean,
It could go bad easily.
oh yeah.
Chad, did
I'm
you used to play those a lot?
Yeah, I loved Emerald Warriors. Was the one
Yeah.
I played a lot.
One thing I do like about it is that they bought like a lot of the bosses from the old games. Like in the trailer I saw, or one of the trailers they've already done for it. Seen one of the bosses from Ocarina of Time, like one of the first temple bosses. So that was pretty cool, nostalgic and stuff. And I think there's another Zelda game that they may be announcing. Maybe it was a leak. I don't know.
It's
Y'all
Yeah.
know?
like
They
a
did
super
announce
nice looking one or whatever.
Yeah.
For the Wii U.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if
Are-
it has a name.
I don't think it does yet.
Personally, I'd love it. You know, they kept Zelda going around for a long time. I mean, that's one of my home games right there. That's just personal opinion, dude.
In regards to Hyrule Warriors, do you know if you play as just Link or is there more characters?
I think it's just Link.
Yeah, see, that's what bothers me because the big thing about like Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors was there was a crap ton of characters. So
Well, who could you really play as other than Link?
you could play as plenty of people. I mean, you could play as like the Impa, like the Guardian of Zelda. I don't know,
Yeah.
Sheik. Different people. Happy Mask Salesman, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe you'll be able to play as an actual Hyrule warrior. Who
But
knows?
like a Goron,
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I guess
a
that's-
Zora, like I'm thinking like Majora's Mask, where they had like you could put on a mask and turn into Zora,
Yeah.
Goron, Deku, etc.
You know, now that we're on the kind of topic of all of this stuff in Majora's Mask, going back to Smash Bros, I'm really hoping they do like some twist in with Majora's Mask now. I doubt it, but I'm just excited. That's all I really have to say about the Nintendos. I'm really excited for the characters that are coming up, and also there's an invitational, or not invitational.
A tournament.
I guess it is. I don't know.
It's a
Yeah,
tournament. All the pros are
tournament.
going to be playing it tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Eastern time.
And there's also something where the first like 90 people to pre-order at select Best Buy locations get to play
It's-
it at the store.
No, it's not that. It's Best Buy. They did this last year too. Best Buy is doing this event where they're gonna have the game there, and all you have to do is be there while they're doing it, and then you'll get a chance to play it. But it's the first 25 or so many people there get a coin, like a collectible coin.
70 first 70 to pre-order get the coin.
Well, whatever that, I guess. But
Oh yeah, and, okay. What happened was Melee was a very competitive game. It's still even played now. The game's about like
Oh, yeah.
13 years old. But what happened was when they made Brawl, the creator Sakurai wanted to make the game more friendly and open to people who didn't want to play it competitively. So he took out a bunch of things, made the game slower, kind of changed it around so it wasn't as competitive. So
Yeah.
some people kind of had this conspiracy theory running that what they're doing is they're inviting all the pro players to play the game in a tournament so they can observe them and then change any things they find to make it less competitive.
Oh yeah. Claymore collects. It's for there. You
I
go.
typed it for him.
So before we switch on anything else, does anybody have any predictions for characters? Maybe.
What was that? I'm sorry. I wasn't.
You have any predictions for characters for Smash Bros?
Metal Gear.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, yeah. Was Snake at it? Oh, he's not in
No,
there.
he was not, and I don't think he'll be in the game. And
Yeah, he was.
Kojima already said there's no plans to add him.
Yeah.
The
Snake's
Affleck
busy right now.
All right. Anybody know any characters that you wish they didn't add? Like that's kind of stupid.
Mario.
Well, actually, Wii Fit Trainer. I don't like that. It's just,
They shouldn't have added
Yeah.
Mario.
Wii
there
Fit
is no
Trainer is
Smash
kind of
Bros.
meh.
They
and
shouldn't have added anyone from Nintendo.
Yeah. Only
Rosalina
Ubisoft.
Luma is cool.
Yeah, I like the Rosalina Momo.
I think it makes a nice combination where you have it's kind of like the Ice Climbers where you have like two characters in one.
Yeah. They didn't add Falco, did they?
No, they didn't.
Wow.
So far, just Fox, and I think they might not add Falco or Wolf because they're gonna try and cut down on clones. It at least looks to be that way.
Yeah, it does seem that way because a lot of the Kirby ones were clones, pretty much, right? Like Kirby, the Dark Knight guy, or whatever his name was.
No,
Meta Knight.
Meta Knight was not a clone at all, but I don't think they're gonna put him in the game because he was overly broken in Brawl.
Yeah.
A big problem with it was that the way his attacks worked, they had priority over everything, so he could attack you and you'd attack at the same time, but he would always hit you, no matter if you timed your attack before him.
Yeah. Alright, what do you think about Ike being added?
He was
There's-
in the last game.
I know, but clones, Marth and Ike, they seem similar to me.
They're not really clones. The only attack that they have similar is their down B, which is a counter, which all Fire Emblem characters have had.
And they need to add Roy, just saying. What was I gonna say about? Do you think the story mode is going to be how all the other ones are, except for Brawl or like Brawl?
I
You know, like,
don't really care, to be honest.
yeah, I guess Adventure Mode's a dead part of Smash Bros.
Like, it's fun, but
Yeah, it ends and you're done with it. But it's kind of a game that lasts forever in a way because all you do is stay with your friends and eventually earn everything. But still, if you have friends over, you can go and play it. So.
yeah, I still play. Actually, right now I currently play Project M with my friends, which is where they make Brawl more like Melee and they add in Mewtwo and Roy.
Really?
Yeah, it's interesting.
Homebrew hack?
Yeah.
I need to get it. But I guess Logan, you're probably tired of us here.
No,
talking
you
about
guys can
Nintendo.
keep going if you have more.
I'm browsing Reddit.
I'm just looking up
I
other
personally,
stuff.
I don't. I think that might be all that I really have to talk about. Oh, actually, they added 2 new stages to the Wii U version.
One's actually inside of a giant toilet, which I think is a really bold artistic decision, but, you know, Nintendo, they know what they're doing.
Did
Yeah,
they?
one of
Where
them's
do I
the-
see this?
No,
He's
no,
joking.
no.
I was gonna say.
One of them is the Fire Emblem Lyceum. The other one is something from the new Super Smash or Super Mario Bros. 3D or whatever.
I want that toilet stage.
All right,
I wonder
everybody
if they're
ready?
gonna do any. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can do your last thing, and then I'll say what I'm gonna say.
I wonder if they're gonna do another Nintendo DS chat level. That sucked.
All right.
I'm
We all
done.
ready to
Go
move
ahead.
on to what I'm sure Ethron and I have been waiting for?
Assassin's Creed?
Well, the
Assassin's
Ubisoft
Creed?
as a whole. We'll get there.
Assassin's Creed?
Shut up.
Just yep, but let me
All
just
right.
end it with this. Fingers crossed for some good characters. That's all I say. I'm gonna be watching that tomorrow.
I won't be. I'll be at work. All right. So we're not going to start off with the big one. I mean, there's a couple of big ones. Okay. We're not going to talk about Just Dance 5 because we've already done that.
And it's
But if
awful
anybody's
and
interested, Just
completely
Dance is
inferior.
coming. Just Dance is coming to mobile devices. All you need is a mobile device, such as a smartphone and a big TV to connect it to, and you can play with anybody. Next up, Shape
Yeah,
Up.
that was the only huge thing about Just Dance 5 because I thought it was amazing to do that. Then you
That's-
get everyone interactive with the dancing.
It's alright. Now we're going to talk about Shape Up real quick. I don't know if everybody knows what this is, but Shape Up is like a workout game for the Xbox One. It works with the Kinect, but it's kind of like Guitar Hero. I mean, sort of, not really. There's one mini game where it's like Guitar Hero. You do a bunch of different piano steps on the right colors. There's like just a bunch of different games that you play against your friends and whatnot. And try and like keep in shape, I guess. That's all it really is. You need the Kinect to do it. It's just one of those gimmick games, you know?
They're gimmick, but they're really fun if you think about it. But
What's-
that's my opinion. That's my opinion. I'm a casual gamer, so.
Yeah, I mean, certain people like it. I'm not one of them. All right. There's something really cool. Okay, so let's talk about the Crew because it's the least cool out of the ones that are left. The Crew is another driving game. I am really excited for it. Basically, you can drive all the way from Miami all the way to LA, and like a bunch of places in between
Dang.
as well. It takes a real long
Really?
time to do the drive in the game, and it's pretty
And
much
in the words of Aisha Tyler, no loadings.
yeah, no loadings, girl boner.
No, this time it was Lady Boner. Something.
Yeah, it was Lady Boner. That's what it was. It was just a lady and then the bone. Just a Lady Boner instead of Girlwood. But this it's pretty much the Crew is pretty much an RPG where your character is a car. You can upgrade it and stuff, and play a bunch of different games with your friends and whatnot. It's pretty sure it's always online, but like it doesn't have to be. You know, kind of like the Need for Speed game that came out last year. Yeah, last year. So I think it's gonna be really cool. I think it's spent a lot of time there just driving around. What did I do wrong? Oh, I put and twice. Oops, my bad. Sorry, Ant.
No
So
worries. That's why I corrected.
that's the Crew. Anybody else got anything to say about the Crew?
No.
All right. Far Cry 4.
Hype. Hype.
All right, so Far Cry 4 takes place in the Himalayas or the Himalayas, whatever. Up in the mountain. It's not like tropical. It's up in the mountains and whatnot. The new bad guy kind of looks funny and whatnot. I couldn't tell, and a lot of people don't know about this, but we can't. At least I wasn't able to tell if, because during the trailer there's a part where he takes a selfie with your guy, and this is the only part where you see your character. I couldn't tell if it's the same guy from Far Cry 3 or not,
No.
because
I don't think it would be.
they haven't
No,
said
they
anything.
said yeah, they did. They showed his name.
Did they? I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's like Raleigh's Galu or something.
Okay, whatever.
I could Google
But
it.
yeah, okay, but so things that are confirmed. You have a wingsuit in the game. Awesome. Vehicles, obviously. There's like this weird helicopter type vehicle. It's like a hovercopter that you can get in.
I'm hoping we see more jungle lady boobies like we did in Far Cry 3.
Oh, well, I mean, that'd be cool. There's something really cool. It's like the coolest thing about the game. It's a huge. It's something that was announced with the PS4.
Elephants.
There and they do. Oh,
Elephants.
you can also like grapple shit
Hype.
and whatnot. All right, so here's the cool thing.
Elephant type.
The game has multiplayer, right? So you can bring people into your game and play with them. But you can cross play. So if you're on PS4, you can play with people who are on PS3.
Nice.
They don't even have to have the game.
What?
As long as say if I had the game and Chad had a PS4, he could play with me. Or even if he had a PS3, he could play with me. He doesn't even need the game.
Dang.
How does that work?
I have no idea, but that's what's announced for it. And I think that is crazy. It's something that was announced with the PS4, like when they were first talking about like its different features, but no game has used it yet until now. And like I think that's huge.
Wait, what was that? Sorry.
You don't need the game to play Far Cry 4 with a friend.
Oh, well that's been done before.
No, it hasn't.
Yeah, it has. On the Nintendo DS, you could play
Okay, yeah, Mario
Brothers.
Kart, Mario Brothers. That doesn't count.
It does count.
No, it doesn't count, Ethan. You're not understanding.
You're saying that this has never been done before. I am explaining
No,
to you
no,
that
okay.
it has, in fact, been done before.
No reputable company has ever done this before.
What do you mean reputable company? It's Nintendo.
Who's Nintendo?
I think it's Donkey Kong.
Right. Okay, so that's Far Cry 4. It looks really good. The graphics are amazing. It looks like it'll play really, really good. It looks like it has tight shooting mechanics and whatnot. And that's that. Anybody else got anything about Far Cry 4 to say?
Hype elephants.
The antagonist looks really flamboyant.
He does, but
I think. Oh, that reminds me. I think the antagonist looks really cool.
he looks neat.
Or I think the antagonist will be cool. He's very Voss-y.
He's Vossy, but in a
Yeah.
completely different way. He
Oh,
looks
he's
higher
all-
class. Voss look
yeah,
ghetto.
but it's a lot.
That's kind of the point.
Yeah.
He's a lot. His character is very similar to Voss because he's very cool, calm, and collected. But if you get him mad, he flips out. He goes all Joker on you, and he stabs him.
36 times.
And he's all buddy buddy with the guy. He's like, "Here, let me take a selfie." And he takes a picture with you, and he goes and stabs whoever.
Yeah. Hey, there's 2 more games in the Ubisoft list. We're gonna talk about Assassin's Creed Unity first. So Assassin's Creed Unity takes place right around the French Revolution. I forget the name of the guy you play as. What's the name?
Parlez-vous ventrons.
No, it's not. What's the name?
Je peux vous aider.
Okay, you clearly don't remember. But I'm gonna
Omelette
point
de fromage.
out. None of the people in Assassin's Creed Unity that talked had French accents. They all had British accents.
Yeah, that was kind of.
It was
well,
weird.
Not all of them. Some of the characters had French
most
accents.
of
but
them
I
had
thought it was
British
stupid
accents.
that
So obviously
thought
by now we all get the point that Ubisoft is really pushing this multiplayer playing with friends thing. That's a game that's not on our list as well. Fuck, we're bad at this. Can't believe we almost forgot it.
I would
So
like to point fingers at whoever typed the majority of the games in the New Yorker Ant.
and Ethron,
Sorry, I coughed. It's New Yorker Ant.
thank you very much. It's all right though. I don't blame him. There's a lot of games on here. So they started off. They showed it off. They showed Assassin's Creed Unity first at the Microsoft press conference, but we put it in the Ubisoft category because that's where it mainly was. And so there's like the big multiplayer thing. Like, first of all, the graphics in this game are fantastic. Like, it looks so
What
good.
game?
Assassin's Creed.
Oh, Assassin's Creed.
God damn it. So
Wait, is the
He's
assassin
spaced
even
out.
French?
I'm not sure. See, I don't
Yes.
know. I think so. He's a French name. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it's Arlo.
They're French, but in a lot of cinema and games, it seems like if it's in the past, they're gonna have either an English accent or. Well, actually, Assassin's Creed's been fairly good with it. keeping the accents of the people. Connor had
Yeah.
his Indian accent, Ezio, Italian, blah blah blah.
Well, the thing is that the accent doesn't really matter because they can circumvent any of that by just saying it's a part of the Animus's interface that it sounds like that.
True.
True. It's still stupid that he has an English accent, though.
Like in the second one and the what was the third one again? That took place.
Third one didn't
Third one was
exist.
American
I don't know why
Revolution,
they're
Assassin's
skipping it.
Creed. It was just Assassin's Creed 3.
No.
Yeah.
The one that takes place
Oh, in
Uh,
Italy?
in Rome.
Assassin's
Oh,
Creed.
you mean like the actual third game they made?
Brotherhood or Revelations?
that-
Brotherhood?
Yeah, Brotherhood. Right, in Brotherhood, there's parts where like it like skips, like glitches up, and your character speaks in Italian or whatever.
No, that's not a. Yeah, they do that
What?
in
No,
all
it
of them.
doesn't.
Yeah, they do that all. Just like Assassin's Creed 3, they do it where your character he speaks in his native tongue for some of the words. He does it on purpose. They do it on
Oh,
purpose
yeah.
though.
Yeah.
You can actually play the game in full Italian, like the ones that take place in Italy. You can play them in full Italian. Apparently, it's really cool to play it like that. But so
Well,
they
I'm sure it's cool for people who speak Italian.
well subtitles. Come on now. So like the parkour system in the Assassin's Creed Unity looks like it was completely redone. The guy like spins around and does flips and shit. And the part, just like the free climbing and free running, looks like a lot smoother than how it was in previous Assassin's Creed games. Because let's be honest, it can be pretty chunky.
One more time.
What do
I
you What do
need
you
to pay
mean?
attention, I'm
What do you
sorry.
mean? One more time. Pay attention. We're talking about the parkour
Yeah.
in Assassin's Creed and how it, like
Parkour looks awesome. It looks like it's a lot more heavily influenced on modern stuff.
yeah, because he does the spins.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry. Sit up. All right, handstands are done. Okay, really like the direction the parkour went. A lot of the sword fighting seemed heavily influenced on stuff like French swordplay and fencing, which I thought was really neat.
Yeah, and
A lot of the animations are definitely
oh,
improved.
did you see the new weapon? It's like the little like bow thing on his hidden blade.
I thought that looked stupid, and it is stupid.
Oh, it looks awesome.
It's stupid because they already have the gun. They already have crossbows. There's not much that you can gain from. I mean, I can sort of see the appeal where it's silent and it takes the place of a gun, but I still I think it's dumb.
The gun, you still have the gun though.
Yeah,
Like,
but
the gun is
I don't
still
know. I
there.
thought
It's a
the
double-barreled
crossbow itself was
pistol.
stupid.
But
I don't
Hello?
know, I just want to play it.
yeah, sorry, it's somebody in chat saying
I want-
something. But
The graphics look fairly.
oh, did you
very
see when
nice.
they decapitated the guy? And they
Oh,
had his
are you
head on a
talking about the scene
spike.
where they were, where they like picked up his head and you saw it through his eyes.
You saw
was
it,
pretty
and then it
cool.
showed it on the spike. That was freaking crazy.
Oh yeah.
Like-
Assassin's Creed is so good at trailers. I still watch the Brotherhood one every now and then just for fun.
Oh hell yeah! But like
Oh,
the trailers for Assassin's Creed are
I
so
love it.
good, and the multiplayer, how like you can like bring them in to and I think I have a good idea of how it works because I could just be playing my single player, and then I could go to this certain mission spot and it says like Brotherhood mission. I'm pretty sure Brotherhood missions are the ones that bring in your friends into your game. But
Yeah.
I can't wait to see more details about that because I think I like how it's not like, you know, Assassin's Creed Online, it's cool, but it's not one of those things that you really spend a lot of time with.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this could like be a lot better, like a better way to do it. You know, it's kind of like the Watch Dogs thing where they come into your game, they hack you, they leave. It's like that, you know, they come in,
Yeah.
you do a mission, they come in, they leave.
With most things, I'm really hoping that it's optional because
Oh,
that's
I'm sure
a
completely.
game I like to play by myself.
That's exactly how I,
mean, it
feel
would-
about it.
Yeah.
But I think it's just
know.
those Brotherhood missions that you have to play with other people. And maybe
Maybe.
even then, if you have no friends, you have no friends, right?
I still need to finish 4 now that I think about it.
Oh, such a good game.
Mhm.
And I think my favorite thing about this is it's a completely, like, current gen game now. Like, it's not cross gen, so they're really able to put like more effort into making it look like a nicer game. All right. We have two more
I'm
games.
just
Oh, you go
One
ahead.
final thing is I am sincerely, from the bottom of my heart to the top of my nose, I am hoping that it doesn't go down the 3 route, because 3 looked really cool.
Oh, it
I
had
was
so much
mega hyped
potential.
for 3,
Oh yeah.
but the development was so scattered. Like, if it's because what Ubisoft does, and you can figure this out on their Wikipedia thing or interviews, because they're trying to make so many games at once, they sort of outsource it to all of the different Ubisoft studios.
Well, like that's the thing,
Yeah,
right?
They
So
had like 4 different studios working on 3
Yeah.
at one point.
yeah, and what they do is so like the game. So we have Assassin's Creed. What is this now? 5? This will be Assassin's Creed 5, right? Yeah, Unity is 5
Mm,
because four is the pirate
Technically,
one.
yeah,
So
yeah.
technically it's 5, but that means it's technically like 7. But like so it's Assassin's Creed Unity, and then so they had like 3 studios working on it for the last 3 years. But now that it's like in its last year of development, the main studio is working on it, and now these other studios are starting the next Assassin's Creed game already. That's how it works.
yeah,
And
I don't know. I just hope that the development team is a lot more unified, because if we have another
Ubified.
3 where I'm wasting my hype on this game, I'm gonna cry.
you're gonna blow up Ubisoft. All right,
I'm
let's move
gonna-
on.
Yeah, Ubisoft.
All right, we have
All
to
of
talk about. Chad, I don't. You probably heard about this. The new Rainbow Six game.
Yeah.
What do you
I've seen
think?
that. It's not Patriots. That's what I know.
No, they scrapped it. They in an interview, the Yves whatever, the Yves Del Toro or whatever his name is, the CEO of Ubisoft, said like they scrapped it. And they wanted to go for a more multiplayer based game.
Yeah, I think it looks. It's kind of got like the whole tactical feel of the game. They're kind of trying
like-
to reinvigorate that.
Did you
add
see the
new
gameplay
things
demo?
to it. Yeah, I did.
Like he blows through the roof and stuff. Like, oh, that's so cool. But like, oh my god, I'm so excited for it. We used to. It was you and I who used to play
Rainbow Six.
like
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the time. Yeah. It was such a. I had so much fun then, and I hope it's like the similar type of feel, you know. Like, I don't, obviously there's got to be like some sort of single player campaign to it, but with the Rainbow Six games, it was always pretty much the terrorist mode. Pretty much always what it was. So I hope they have a mode like that in there too, and it's not just like this hostage thing. But the hostage thing looks really cool. But the thing I find really funny about the Ubisoft press conference is they did the same thing. They did it with this, and they did it with the Division. Is whenever the players are like talking to each other, they sound like really professional, you know. And those are actually supposed to be like in-game people talking to each other. It's all scripted, but like nobody talks like that when they're talking online to your friends. So that was neat.
I was wondering,
Mhm.
did anybody see the Crackdown announcement?
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh my god, how did
Yeah.
we miss that? That looks so
What was it?
cool.
The Division?
The Crackdown.
Oh, I don't know anything about Crackdown.
Okay, basically for those who don't know what Crackdown is it was a somewhat little known exclusive for the Xbox 360 where you play as this super powered soldier who has like this suit that lets him run really fast, jump really high, shoot perfectly, stuff like that.
And to upgrade, you had to collect
Place in
orbs.
a- Yeah, but it took place in a city that was kind of overrun with crime, and there's like different gangs that have
Yeah.
different characteristics about them, and that you have to take out all the gangs, and you can take out every gang at your own whim. Just some are kind of stronger than others, but
Oh, yeah.
basically how you upgrade is to upgrade your jumping, there's all around the city that you have to jump and collect. Upgrade your like strength, you have to punch people or throw objects at people.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then you can't forget. Hold on.
Don't tell me you forgot.
No, I didn't forget. Rob posted something. So and then there was Crackdown 2, which essentially turned into a zombie game, and it like did really poorly. And now it was by a different development team though. So they brought for the new Crackdown game. It's made by the guys who made the original game again. Made by them. It's under a new they have a new studio name now though, but and they're taking it back to the police type thing. Only it looks like they're involving like having multiple of the Crackdown soldier people in there. like the police units or whatever, because it's obviously this year seems to be the thing of like multiplayer, right? They're really trying to shove this multiplayer thing in your face, like play with your friends, play with your friends. It seems to be what the trend is lately. But I think Crackdown, I think if it's done right, it'll be really cool. All right,
God.
we have one more Ubisoft
Also
game.
Cuphead.
That's a completely different title.
Yeah, I know, but I just remembered it.
We're not there
It's
yet.
awesome.
I don't know nothing about it, so
I
I
know,
guess you can
it's
tell me
okay.
about it. So, The Division. We saw more of The Division, which
Yeah.
is amazing, first off.
Technically, we didn't see any of the Division. We saw a pre-rendered trailer, which
No, we
albeit
saw
amazing,
a gameplay demo. That was a gameplay demo.
Are
you
talking
didn't
about
watch
the
that.
thing where it had the I
You
probably
didn't watch
didn't.
it.
I
It
don't-
was they showed The Division twice. And during the Ubisoft one, we got the pre-rendered gameplay trailer. During Microsoft, we got
Yeah,
like
that's
a
what I saw.
mission,
I did not see
which
that.
looked so cool. They were like, they went in. It was sort of like last year's, one where they went in and they fought people. This time they went into a thing. They went through the streets and whatnot. They got to this like base that they were trying to take over for their communications center that you would use as a base, but they'd clear out all the bad guys first, and it was really nice looking.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it doesn't come. It got delayed. The game got delayed. Now it comes out next year, hopefully. Ubisoft has for some reason they're delaying all their games, even though Far Cry 4 already has a release date. Comes out this October, I believe.
Hype.
Hype. All
Hype,
right,
hype.
let's move on to Sony. It's our last category. Who's still with us?
I am.
All right, everybody's here.
It's just that I couldn't really talk about some of it.
All right,
Like,
Z. Well, what's a game you can talk about on the Sony category?
all right, let me open up the doc. Let's see. I watched. I definitely saw the Mortal Kombat one.
Do you want to start there
Kombat
then?
10. I don't know. I feel like if y'all
Mortal
want to just go down
Kombat hype.
the list.
Well, we can whatever you
I-
want to talk about, man. Because you've been really quiet. Let's get you talking.
All right. Wait, y'all didn't add Arkham Knight on there.
Okay, we need to add that in there.
How
I'm
could you
doing
forget that? That was a good one.
Because it looks just like all the other Batman games, honestly.
No,
But
it
it
Or all
doesn't.
the other
not.
Arkham games. I think it does.
I liked it, but all right. So Uncharted 4, they gave us like barely anything with that, but it was good.
Oh, whoa! We
Right.
can't start there. We can't start there. That's huge. What are
Okay.
you doing?
Well,
Then
it
let's
was like
start
a
with the
30-second
smallest thing
trailer.
there. Let's start with the smallest thing there. GTA 5 is now going
All
on
right, yeah.
PS4.
Let's do. GTA
We'll
5
beat
is
it.
coming out on PS4. That's amazing. I'm gonna get it. If you guys have a PS4 and want to play with me, we're gonna stream the shit out of it. You ready? You ready? I'm ready.
I haven't played Grand Theft Auto since I got my Xbox One. Why? Because it's not available on the Xbox One, which, bad, F you, Microsoft.
Hey man, Microsoft ain't in it. They ain't in it to win it.
That's right. They knew it.
They ain't in it.
They're just basically giving Sony the money to buy strippers.
I like strippers.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
they're good.
mean,
Anyway. Yeah, isn't
Um,
your girlfriend there?
shh, sleep in.
Anyways,
I thought you were about to ask if his girlfriend was a stripper.
Destiny.
Oh yeah, sure. We'll do that. We haven't done that.
That sounds like a stripper's name, Destiny.
You
Anyways,
mean Halo? The Halo MMO?
I'm Destiny Love.
Yeah, the Halo MMO. I have the previous Halo makers.
Bungie. Their name is Bungie.
Yeah.
Come on, we all know that.
I know.
The previous Halo makers. Yeah, before.
I've been following Bungie for a long time.
Well, so is everybody. But okay, Destiny. It's pretty much sci-fi MMO on consoles, aka the Halo MMO. Which, if you ask Bungie, apparently Halo was like always working up to be Destiny at some point in time. But like, fuck, it looks amazing. Who am I kidding?
Regarding Bungie, I heard that like with their first Halo, or maybe no, not their first Halo, with their first like release game as part of Bungie, they like made it so that if you uninstalled it, you would get a virus on your computer or something like that. I heard
don't
that.
know.
They actually talked about it in a thing, so that's interesting.
Who
You'll-
knows, man,
you'll
probably.
Google that, people.
So
Bungie's cool. They're
Destiny has the beta, which starts next month.
Next
Which
month?
I'm
Holy
in. It starts next month. I'm in it because I pre-ordered the game. That's all you have to do to get into it. But then they're doing a limited alpha beta starting this Thursday, and it's like, so you go to like some sort of website, some sort of greatnessawaits.com/destiny, I think it is, and then you enter in your PlayStation ID. That's right, PlayStation only, PS4 that is. You enter that in, and then they'll email you if you get into it. So I'm hopefully gonna get into that. I hope, and I'll let you guys know what I think of it if I'm allowed to.
Yeah, I like how they start off with Destiny, believe it or not. It was
Oh
a
yeah,
great start the show.
they're doing it on purpose. The reason why, so the thing is, so Sony is in the works with Destiny. It's not exclusive. It'll be on Xbox One, but it's Bungie. They were always really close with Microsoft, and then Microsoft like let them go. So now Sony picked them up, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna do all this great stuff with you. Here's all this money." And I think they're also doing it because Sunset Overdrive is made by Insomniac. Insomniac, before Sunset Overdrive, was always PlayStation exclusive with every game.
True.
So it's like a kick in the face to Sony. So Sony's trying to kick Microsoft in the face as well. But that's
Quite
Destiny.
literally.
Pretty much, hopefully. That's Destiny. It looks like a great sci-fi game. Lots of sci-fi games. So lots of all the shoot. We didn't even talk about Call of Duty. Do we have to?
There's not much to say
Hey,
exactly.
Call of Duty
Advanced Titan.
Advanced.
Honestly, it
Warfare.
looks pretty cool.
Titan.
It looks alright.
I will say that.
Looks alright. I'm not gonna disagree.
Call of Duty, they know what they are when they make them. It's not like you're going in
If it ain't
expecting
broke-
the newest amazing game.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Right.
I guess so.
They make money off of
To
it.
their credit, they do try to change the game up a little bit from game to game.
A little bit. Very tiny bit.
All right, I'm just
Okay,
gonna go ahead
not
and say.
exactly. There's a lot of biased opinions on Call of Duty express or saying that it's the same game every single time. But to their credit, they do change it up fairly, or what's the word? Fairly quantifiably from game to game.
That's a
Like, you
big
can
word.
play one game and then the other. They're both obviously, thank you. They're both obviously Call of Duty games, but they are two very different games. Like Black Ops and Black Ops 2, for instance. Those
Yeah.
are two very different games.
Not formula based. It's the same formula, just different setting and weapons.
True. Like, the stories are... Actually, I don't know much about the stories. I don't know anything about Call of Duty at all. I'm just saying this to be the devil's advocate.
I'm just an
This is the
asshole.
guy who's talking the most about Call of Duty so far.
Yeah. I'd say one word that we forgot about in Ethron's like, well, you know, blah, blah, blah. Oh, also
Yeah.
another thing about Destiny is now, as soon as Destiny releases, you will be able to purchase a white PS4 bundle,
White Power.
which
For
is,
the PlayStations.
come on. So it
I'm
comes
sure
with,
they're very good.
the bundle comes with a 500 gigabyte white PlayStation with a white controller, and the copy of Destiny and a 30-day membership to PlayStation Plus, which is amazing.
Yes.
Anyway, back onto Sony. Okay, so I don't know why the crew's on there. That was Ubisoft. What did we just talk about? GTA is done. GTA is done. Destiny is done. Infamous DLC. They announced Infamous DLC, Infamous First Light. It's about the girl in the game who has like the neon power. It's all about her. It takes place before Infamous, and it's standalone. You don't actually need Infamous Second Son to play it. So that's that. It's called Infamous First Light, aka the prequel
that's
to
the
Metro
summary of
Last
it, and
Light.
It looked really good.
Yeah, it looked good. It looked like I'm not gonna get it. I have no interest in it. I played it. I mean, I played through Infamous on stream, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna play through the DLC because I ain't buying it. And that's that. So to get something else out of the way, we have The Last of Us Remastered Edition, which comes out next month on the PS4. Which, you know what? When they were announcing that, they pretty much showed off every part of the game that mattered in the trailer, which is bullshit, in my opinion. It's bullshit.
Give us?
What?
Yeah, The Last of Us is supposed to be like a remake, really.
It's not a
and-
remake. It's a remaster. It's the year of remastered
Oh, sorry,
games.
remastered. I didn't mean remake. I meant remastered.
Yeah. So it'll be cool. I'm not gonna buy it. I have it on PS3. I beat it. I don't. It's not like GTA. I don't care about the online on The Last of Us, but.
All right, moving on.
Yeah, so that's that. I'm trying to get to get this shit out of the way so we can get to the good stuff, like Uncharted.
But we already did Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I know, but we're getting there. We're almost done. Anybody know what Valiant Hearts is? Because it's on the list.
It is awesome.
Okay,
It is
let me know about
from
this.
what it looks like, it is a 2D, more of a narrative sort of World War I story-driven game that looks really good, and it's supposedly based off a lot of the letters sent home during World War I. Did I mention it looks really good?
Yeah, I heard that
Yeah,
it's
It
like.
looks
Yeah.
really good.
I heard from a
It does
story
look really good. It made me cry almost, actually, believe it. It was kind of a little emotional for me.
from
It's
like
the
a
game
s-
that's gonna get 10 out of 10 on every website and make people cry.
Exactly.
wow.
Guaranteed.
Wow. So I'm not gonna play it.
You really should, or at least from what I've seen, because E3 things or like presidential campaigns, it's just people trying to tell promises that'll make you want to buy their game.
But I don't want to
I don't
buy
know.
their game.
I never attribute much credit to anything E3 nowadays, except Assassin's Creed, because Assassin's Creed can do no wrong. 3 never happened.
It happened. I guess I'm probably the only person in the world who didn't hate Assassin's Creed 3 and thought it was good.
I didn't hate it. I just really did not like it as much as I should have been able to, if that makes sense. Like, I still sort of enjoyed it, but I felt Connor's character was really dumb. I didn't like him, and there wasn't as much to do. Because, in other Assassin's Creed games, you can go to stores and buy a variety of weapons.
They had
and
stores.
Nothing felt cohesive. They had a store.
A store. It's more than
Yeah.
nothing. I mean, come on.
The game just didn't feel very cohesive, and that's largely because of the scattered development.
You are
It's
right.
a product of its own demise. I know I'm right.
Wow. Well, so I'm just trying to sign in to an email here.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say, as a bit of a little side thing for Deep, since I couldn't talk about a lot of the stuff, and I figured I'd let the people who actually saw the streams talk, I had decided that I'm gonna practice myself with Java. So I've been developing a game this whole time, and I'm gonna see how far I can get time the end of the stream is.
You better get going then.
Super Game Jam.
Now it's
Yeah.
I just finished the pretty much, I just finished the
I agree
campaign
with-
manager.
I agree with what the dark one says in the chat. He says that he loves Assassin's Creed because of the story. It's interesting to him, and especially when he plays as Desmond, which unfortunately, spoiler, if you haven't heard
Spoilers!
this, I hope Ethron knows this already. I swear to God, I hope he knows
That was one of the biggest reasons I didn't like 3, because what they did at the end of it was so
But they
stupid and
had to. It
unnecessary.
had to
They
happen
did
eventually.
not have to.
But no, here,
It was
okay.
just like how at the end of Mass Effect, you didn't have to kill off spoilers.
Okay, but then they released a patch.
Spoilers.
Remember?
Spoilers.
Alternate
You didn't
ending?
have to kill off Shepard.
But
Forcing
they
the
did.
player to
Alright.
kill
Okay.
itself
Ethron.
is stupid.
I guess we could discuss this.
Well, you talk God.
Yeah, I know, right? Fuck. Like, okay, so, at the end of Assassin's Creed 3, Desmond dies. That's that. Assassin's Creed 4, you play as an Abstergo employee working on the game. Well, working on a movie. Spoilers.
It's stupid.
Well, yeah, and then so what do you?
I miss Desmond.
But at the end of Assassin's Creed 4, you leave Abstergo.
Don't tell me anything. Stop it. Spoilers. Stop it. You shut your mouth right now. I will not allow you to say one more word about
Okay,
Assassin's Creed
so
4.
what do you do in Assassin's Creed 5? Who do you play as in the modern day?
Probably the. Oh wait, never. Dang it.
Probably the what? The
I
Desmond
was gonna
guy?
say the same person.
Nope. We'll find out. We'll
God dang it.
find out.
God dang it, Masky.
There's so much more to the game. Come on, you'll love it.
I
But
hate-
anyways,
I
we've already
hate
talked
you.
about Assassin's Creed. No, you don't. You love me. So Valiant Hearts is done. Talked about that, sorta. Yep. Enough. As much as we had to. Entwined. Let's talk about Entwined because why not?
Entwined
Doug,
looks like a mini game.
It's
But
such
it
a
does
beautiful
look-
game, though.
It's by the
really
people
about
who
love.
made Journey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's
It
a
looks-
different. No, that's Abzu.
Oh, wait a
Abzu's made by the Journey people.
Okay.
Abzu is the
But yeah,
people who
that
made
game-
Journey. Entwined was that other one with the bird and the fish, and they went through the circle colors and whatever.
It was a beautiful trailer, and I think it's a beautiful game. I think it's gonna be definitely worth it. I have
And,
nothing much to talk about it.
I don't know. It looks like a phone game.
Yeah.
Entwined looks like a phone
I mean,
game.
it's not. It doesn't look like anything amazing, but it does look. It's fairly pretty. I just don't see how it could be anything more than just like a fun little mini game.
Yeah. All right. Grim Fandango.
I could not care less.
I
I've never played a
never
Grim
played
Fandango game.
any of them. Chad, do you know anything about these games?
I have no clue at all.
He's not Chad, but
Is Chad
Kidding.
here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Chad.
Chad, do you
Chad?
know anything about Grim Fandango games?
Played one a long time ago.
But
Got
you're
any-
the only
do you-
one.
Do you have an opinion about them bringing it back?
It's a cult game, so people are gonna get their burgers clapping for it, but I
They're
don't-
what?
I don't really care. I said they're gonna get their burgers clapping for it.
Their burgers clapping.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say I've never heard anyone say that before.
Well, now you have.
Just ate fire butt. Masky, have you ever been out for a rip?
Every day. Alright, so moving on. Stop playing Spelunky.
I can't!
That's right, I saw you launch. I saw it. Alright. Magicka 2. We got a cool little neat trailer for it. That's about all we got. Not really much gameplay in there. It's gonna be a
I
Magicka
thought
game.
the-
What else is it?
I thought the beginning was very entertaining, how it was...
It was very
'cause I was-
entertaining.
I was talking about this the other day. Every single game nowadays is like, user created, open, make the game what you want to make
Oh,
it.
yeah,
You
for
can
sure.
do anything. He was parodying that, and I was just like, heh.
Yeah.
Good job, Magicka.
No.
Because
I don't know.
Magicka was just, they didn't, well, I mean, it was just one trailer, but they were just like, it's another Magicka game.
'Cause that's what it is,
It's not
right?
user
Like,
submitted, procedurally generated space dinosaurs, but
like another
Magicka.
game we're gonna get to. That's another one we skipped in the Microsoft conference. God damn it. Alright, we have to
And if
backpedal
anyone
a
wants to
little
see
bit.
more Magicka, I plan on let's playing it with myself and Retromation and the TK Force. So
Alright, we forgot Project Spark.
youtube.com/thewolfpackyt. Project
was-
Spark, I did not see it because I was asleep,
It's, you
but
know,
from what I saw at last year's whatever, it looks pretty cool.
yeah, now you can make Conquer
I've seen
games.
the PC version of the game, and it looks pretty good.
Conquer's Bad Fur Day, you can make
it's
those games.
really, like, you
'Cause-
can make anything you want in that game.
Well,
Wait,
yeah, but
what?
I've
Okay,
heard
so-
a lot of people are upset about the whole Conquer thing.
they are. Okay, Chad, here's what happened. So they at the end of the Project Spark trailer, they showed Conquer's, but the character Conquer came up, right? Onto the screen and whatnot. He's like, hey, it's been a while, blah blah blah. And then they announced that you can now add like him into your games that you make on Project Spark, which is, you know,
Hello?
Project Spark is just something where you make games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so now you can play as Conquer, and everybody's pissed off because they thought there was going to be an announcement of a new Conquer game. But they didn't, so people are pissed. That's what that is. But you can put them into
Everyone's
your
neck
games.
beards got a little bit ruffled.
Well, they should probably stop what they're doing and think about it.
They probably should, but they won't. Alright, that's Project Spark. It looks neat. I probably will never play it. We'll see.
They need to take a minute, consider how their actions might affect other people.
I wish they displayed Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy XV. Also, any new expansions for Final Fantasy XIV.
How about
I-
you say the number correctly,
Because
you
I don't.
dolt?
I'm bad with Roman numerals. There's too many Final Fantasies.
It's the easiest thing. It's
What's
Final Fantasy
XV?
15 and
15
14.
and 14. Okay.
15.
Right.
I shouldn't have to tell you. Did they have school in Canada?
No, not where I live.
Sometimes.
Exactly.
Sometimes.
Only if you attend. So, I don't really care much for Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts. It's just personal opinion.
Kingdom Hearts is the bomb diggity, and if they ruin that, I'm gonna cry.
Well, they're gonna take long enough making it, so probably means it's ruined.
Freaking
Alright.
Kingdom Hearts 2 came out in 2006, I think. It's already been 10 years-ish.
Alright, so next up, we're going to talk about Abzu. Abzu's the new
A.
game.
As in Assassin's Creed.
B, as in BlazBlue. Z,
As
As
in Black
in-
Flag. Z as in, oh my god, it's Assassin's Creed. U as in Unity.
yeah. Goes to show what game he wants to play. Can't blame him. Okay, so Abzu's made by the people who made... What is it?
Journey.
Journey, that's the one. I never played Journey. Apparently it was really good. Everybody loved it. They cried over it. But Abzu takes place underwater. That's all I know. That's all I got.
From what we've seen.
You just swim around underwater.
It looks like another one of those games that's going to be critically acclaimed as very, very good, but only 3 people are going to buy it.
Yeah. And
I'm sorry, that made me laugh.
well, I mean, it's not obviously more than 3 are gonna buy it. Maybe like 4 or 5, 6 tops. But
All 6 people who own a Wii U could get one.
the Darkened one mentions, he says, The Last Guardian and Axzu, I'm pretty sure he means he means Abzu, reminds him of Ico for some reason. Well, The Last Guardian's made by the people who made Ico. But again, we didn't see anything about The Last Guardian today. It's only been 6 years. So I don't know why everybody's so excited about it. I have no interest in it because all we got was a CG trailer 6 years ago.
I've never heard of The Last Guardian.
It's
I don't
this
even know what
game.
it is.
It's this game,
Oh, is it?
and all it got. It was announced, and all it got was a CG trailer. You didn't even see any gameplay or any idea of what the game was. It was a kid running down a hallway, and then he falls over this cliff and he hangs on or something, and then this giant dog thing comes out of there and just starts howling, and that's all it is. And then 6 years have
Well,
gone
that
by.
teaches you for building your hallways on cliffs.
We'll see, and then 6 years has gone by, and then last year Sony's like, it's still in development, and then right before E3, IGN ran this article saying that it was canceled, and then
Oh, yeah.
Sony tweeted out, no, it's still on, and then IGN had to put out this huge apology thing saying, oh, our sources were from Russia. Like, why does IGN have people in Russia? I mean, really?
And they didn't even say that it was rumored to be canceled. They
I
said
know.
it is official canceled.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, wow.
We are IGN.
We are Igna. So that's The Last Guardian. I have no interest in it. Chad knows a lot about this one, I guess. Bloodborne, aka Project Beast.
Yeah, it's not really that what I thought it was. It wasn't. It's not based off that comic. It's
But it looks exactly like it. You know?
Yeah, I know that.
But so you have a scythe type weapon and like a shotgun. It's made by From Software. It's pretty much, apparently it's supposed to be like Demon Souls or Dark Souls, whatever. It's supposed to be like that. And it's exclusive, I'm pretty sure, to PS4.
Yeah, from what I heard, I think it's exclusive.
And it's got like zombies in it. I think zombies are pretty much the enemies, and you go
They're like
around. And
werewolf
dog things. Yeah,
zombies
there's like
that
dog
can talk.
things too.
Were zombies.
But they're
Also,
like,
slightly unrelated, but can you guys please help me? I've been trying to remember this name of this one game that was debuted at like a PlayStation thing for months, and I cannot remember what it was called, but it showed a knight fighting a dragon or something, and he could pause time, and there were really cool 3D explosions, because when he paused time, he was walking around, and any ringing any
What?
bells,
what?
anything.
Sorry,
No.
what game?
I
Some
don't
game
know
where
what
you
game it is,
knight
that's
was
the
fighting
problem.
dragons, and you could.
Yeah, there was
Dragon
a knight.
Age.
Oh, the scale one, Soul Scale.
No, that what came out
Full
today.
scale?
He's not talking about that. That came out
It
today.
came out a while ago. I think it was mentioned at the PlayStation conference. But
I'm pretty
all
sure
I
you're talking
remember-
about Dragon Age.
No, it wasn't Dragon Age. It was something new. It was all fancy and beautiful.
Dragon's
How did
Dogma.
that? Wasn't even close to that spike trap. Dragon's Dogma. I'll Google that.
It's not Dragon's Dogma's already out though. Okay, but yeah, Soul Scale.
No.
That I don't have no. It's by Platinum Games. I have no idea what the hell it is. It looks like you fight giant monsters. That's all I know about it. I don't know if anybody knows
what
about
I
it.
got out of it.
You're a dude who walks around wearing Beat headphones, and you fight giant monsters and ride dragons and shit. But it looks neat. Everybody's hyped about it. But yeah, Bloodborne looks like a really dark game, and it's supposed to be really hard or whatever. It's by From Software, so it should be good. Alright, let's move on to something less exciting. Dead Island 2.
It actually doesn't look half bad. I mean, I know it
The
was just a
trailer was so weird, man. But like, a Dead Island
thought it
wasn't that good.
I'm 90% certain I heard Jack Black too.
Yeah, I heard Jack Black in that, and I don't know why I thought I did.
What?
That poor guy who was doing the conference, he was like, talk about fresh new kicks, right guys?
Yeah.
I'm funny. Aisha Tyler was funny, right? Can I be that?
No, she wasn't funny. But you can run her over in
Yeah,
Watch
I know.
Dogs. Seriously, you can. But I don't know. There's nothing really out on Dead Island 2. It's gonna be like Dead Island. Fucking, you walk around killing zombies, right? Like, I think the whole zombie era is coming to an end.
No.
Like,
I
has
can
to.
easily see it going on for a couple more years.
But like, it's so like the genre is really dried out, you know. Like, there's not
The
much more
genre's
you can
dried
do with
out
it.
because the people who
User
cash
in your
on
channel
zombie-
timed out.
Who
Hi.
died?
It's dried out because the people who just cash in on the genre trying to make a quick buck are drying it out.
Chad
Not because
died.
the genre itself. Because the genre is only limited by its authors.
Yeah, that's true. But like,
They,
there's just no innovation
Like-
with zombies.
yeah, exactly. That's the problem. Is the genre is not tired. It's just that no one's doing anything cool with it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's sort
We're
of like
something very different.
it's like
Yeah.
first season Walking Dead versus every other season.
Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah,
The
I guess
Walking
they all
Dead
suck.
games, for one, that's a zombie game, and that was something really different because it was that's because it was
No,
more of a
no.
Telltale style game.
Okay,
but
there's the Walking Dead game, and then there's the Walking
The-
Dead
the-
game.
that doesn't exist. Actually, no,
It
that one's
shouldn't.
funny
Yeah, no,
enough
there's a
to
real one.
exist.
It's
No, this is
so
real, The Walking Dead.
bad. It's so
But
bad.
it's so bad.
Apparently, my friend actually played it, and he said it wasn't all too terrible.
Played what?
That Walking Dead Survival Instincts, whatever.
Japan is a
Yeah,
Left
that's
4
what it's
Dead
called.
arcade edition. That's cool. So that's another two. All right, let's talk about Mortal Kombat X, aka Mortal Kombat 10. Who's, who's actually excited
It's
about
a
this
must
game?
buy.
I am hype.
Personally,
hippity,
I
hippity,
mean-
hype.
It's decent, yeah, but I'm not excited. I don't know.
Okay,
I never
I-
really liked
I'm gonna put it this way.
I mean, I
alright?
liked them, but I just like.
All right, here's
I-
my opinion on it. So, Mortal Kombat games. They're good. They're good fighting games. They're some of my it's one of the fighting games I like more so over a lot of the others. I really like what they're doing. The game looks dark. It looks good. The characters look nice. The X-ray thing that when you break someone's bones looks awesome. Fatalities look like they're gonna be really cool.
There's a lot of personality with the characters.
There
as well,
is,
that's
and
worth
there's the interactive environments, which obviously the people who make Mortal Kombat, they made it Injustice, and the interactive environments was huge with Injustice, so obviously it's going to be huge in Mortal Kombat 10. But my thing is, it's exactly like we were talking about with zombie stuff. A fighting game is a fighting game, no matter how you lay it out.
Well,
That's a
it's
little
kind
bit different though, because there are so many different genres, or not different genres, but a lot of different takes on it. Like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat are two vastly different games.
Oh, yeah,
because their play
completely.
styles and everything.
One's more arcadey than the other. Well, they're both arcadey.
Well,
but,
that's
you
a
know.
point of view. Street Fighter, I think Mortal Kombat's arcadey in its own way.
Oh yeah, it completely is. But,
But-
like,
I love Mortal Kombat.
you know, I can only
In
play
my
so many
opinion,
fighting
game's
games.
not just a fighting game because everything it can make everything different. That's how unique it is, in my opinion.
That's like saying, you know, why don't we just innovate the zombie genre and make a zombie fighting game? There we go, innovation.
I would buy a zombie fighting game.
Exactly, I would too.
But
I'd
Dark and
pre-order a zombie.
Darkened One says Mortal Kombat looks like they borrowed some mechanics from Injustice: Gods Among Men, and you know what they did, but it's made by the exact same company, so that's what you got to
Yeah.
expect, right? Like
Yeah.
you have to remember both these games are made by the same company. Injustice
I was a huge
was a
fan
really
of
good
Injustice,
game.
which is probably why I'm really excited.
I myself probably won't buy Mortal Kombat, but I know a lot of people who will. I
Probably
thought
me if it comes to PC or something.
I'm not sure about PC.
Yeah, I haven't
I
read
don't
anything
know.
about the PC part. I just read only console, like the Xbox One or PS4.
Obviously, it's like
I'm too
really
poor
early.
for new consoles.
Good
I
job.
just buy games all the time.
User was moved to your channel.
Hi.
Alright,
My
Chad's
internet
back.
just shit out on me.
We're
Awesome.
talking about how pimp Mortal Kombat looks.
Yeah, it looks alright.
So that's exactly
Is
what I was
alright
saying.
Canadian for pimp?
No.
No,
Are you sure?
it's English for it looks alright.
What's English?
Oh my god.
Canadian
All right.
speak it?
All right. Let's talk about the new Batman game, Arkham Knight. This game looks amazing.
No
Oh,
hype.
yeah.
New bat suit looks fucking ballin'. The Batmobile looks crazy. You can glide for like long distances. The city looks a lot nicer. It's also next gen, well, current gen only, so that's nice. I like that.
Yeah,
But it's also
definitely.
the last Arkham game that they're making.
Thank
Last
you.
one. And they're all good. I mean, Origin wasn't as good, but you have to remember, Origin wasn't made by Rocksteady. It was made by another company because Rocksteady's been working on Arkham Knight for like 3 years.
Yes.
So you have to keep that in mind. I think it'll be good. I think it's a good way to, do it. I saw Penguin in the trailer. Scarecrow came out like crazy looking. He looks scary as shit. So I think Arkham Knight is a good send off for these Batman games.
I think it would be really cool if they did a Batman game that was styled. Have you read Hush?
Yes, I have.
Imagine if it was like that, where it's sort of played out more like a theatrical style thing, almost like a Telltale game. There's still combat and
But
the
see,
like, but
that's-
it's a lot more focused on trying to figure
I
out a
don't-
mystery.
I'm
'Cause
bored of the
Batman's world's
Telltale
greatest
games.
detective.
I'm bored of the Telltale games. They get
Well,
a
I mean, not a Telltale game, but
No, I
sort
know,
of
but,
how
like,
they
just as a
focus on
side note-
storytelling.
Yeah, I know they do, and like they tell stories great, and like you make the choices. But honestly, it's pretty much the exact same type of game over and over again, and they keep getting away with it, and they're making tons of money off of it. Like, look at this now.
Have you played the Wolf? Oh yeah, you did
Yeah,
play
I
the Wolf
played-
Among Us.
You Wolf Among Us. It's a cool game. It's got a great storyline, but it just feels so similar to like The Walking Dead, and now they're doing the Borderlands one, and they're doing a Game of Thrones one. Like, how many of these are we gonna get?
Well, see, that's the whole
well,
point,
the only
and not-
reason why they're continuing it because everyone enjoys it, and you can't go wrong with that, Ashley.
Well,
If you
can
want
go-
to keep continuing until making it a different game. I
You
don't
do
see
something-
anything wrong with that, in my opinion.
you do something long enough, eventually you're bound to go wrong somewhere.
No,
Yeah.
see, but the thing is, the games are all the same because they're not focused on the gameplay. It's
I
focused
know.
on telling a story.
I get that, but those
Don't
type of
complain
games
about
just
it, you
those type of
dingy
games
little-
just aren't for me. Like, I love Assassin's Creed because of the story, but I love actually being able to play my games. I don't just want to. If I want a story, I'll read a book or I'll watch a movie.
That's understandable, but I'm just saying.
All right.
Eh.
All right. So I don't even know what game we were talking about. Arkham Knight. That's right. It's gonna be great. Must buy, just like Darkenwood says. I wonder how many villains we're gonna face off against in Arkham Knight. Arkham City got tons of it. Even Mad Hatter. That's true, but you have to remember they did kill off the Joker. In
No spoilers,
not
or anything,
dead.
don't worry.
yeah, he is dead,
I'm
Chad.
just kidding, I didn't care.
Is he actually?
He's dead, and Harley Quinn is
Or-
pregnant with his kid.
Oh boy.
Is
And
he
I'm
dead
pretty-
like comic books dead?
Well, it's all the Arkham games. I'm pretty sure take place in the same universe. But I'm
But
pretty
I mean,
sure
like comic books dead, where
Arkham
he
Knight-
isn't really dead. He's just
he's dead. Okay, let's just leave it at that for now. I'm pretty sure Arkham Knight takes place like years later when the Joker's kid is kind of like a teenager or something. So you might have to fight him or some shit like that. I'm not sure. I don't know a lot about the game. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna buy it. All right, we only got a couple more games to go. I know which one we're doing last, so let's go ahead and talk
Assassin's
about.
Creed.
We've already
We
done it.
talked about a little.
Big Planet?
That's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna talk about Little Big Planet 3, which, to start off, is not made by Media Molecule. It's made by a Sony-owned studio. I don't know which one, Blur or something like that. And it's probably one of the only games at E3 that actually had a live demo. And
They played Battlefield on the roof.
not funny.
Sorry. That was funny.
So, I don't know. Do you guys like Little Big Planet?
I
Never
think it's
played it.
I never played them, but I think it's cute. I wouldn't say I would play them.
Like, I've played them. You know, they're okay. The first one was good. The second one was okay, but apparently the Vita one is like really good. But it makes sense to have a game like that on Vita. But the not the character creation, the custom like levels that people have made, that's really neat. But I think they're just doing it for filler now. Like, it's a big thing it's a big IP for Sony, and so they're just gonna come out with a third one. But I don't think it'll do any good. It might sell well, but the game drops like $20 like a month after release.
Yeah. I guess
But-
it depends, but I saw a lot of people like hyper that game. I'm like, really?
It's a
Really?
pass for me. So, all right, the Order 1886. This is
That
a
looks aight.
brand new IP from Sony. It looks fucking cool, man. It looks
Wait,
really
which
cool.
one was the Order
It
1886?
looks like Gears of War.
It does, but it's different. It takes place in the Renaissance era or something like the Victorian
Steampunks
era.
of War.
Victorian era. I'm pretty sure you fight werewolves. I think that's what you're fighting.
You fight a bunch of stuff. You fight werewolves, vampires,
and a
everything.
bunch of shit.
That's what you are. You're like the Order, which is this group dedicated to fighting supernatural things.
Yeah, I think it'll be good though.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I got that totally confused. I was thinking of this game when you guys were talking about Bloodborne earlier.
Oh. But yeah, I think it'll be really cool. It'll be really neat. It comes out next year.
Yeah,
I
the
think it'll
trailer
be
for
good.
that was really awesome.
They've shown off a lot of stuff for it now. We're starting to learn more and more about it. There's 4 main characters in the game. It's single player only. There is no multiplayer to this game, which I like. I don't feel the need to have multiplayer in every single game that we have out there nowadays. I think a good single player story driven game is good.
Word.
I think
But-
the final boss of the Order will be Jack the Ripper.
That'd be cool. That could be really cool. But like you can switch at certain missions. You play as certain of the characters, so you learn a bit about each character while you play. They all have like different types of weapons. I'm pretty sure one's like a healer type person. They do like all the medic type stuff. Yeah, it is kind of like Van Helsing, I guess. That was like I remember that movie, and like a new Van Helsing game just came out. I'm pretty sure too. But that's the Order. I'm looking forward to seeing a lot more of it. I think it'll be good. I'm definitely going to pre-order that one. Alright. I think we're on to our
We
second
have now
to
Metal
last
Gear
game.
Solid. And
Let's talk about
we
the
have-
Phantom
we have 2
Pain.
more before we're going to talk about the last one. Sorry.
Let's talk about... Oh yeah, okay, let's do No Man's Sky first. Holy crap.
Yes.
Holy
Yeah.
crap, man. This game is beautiful.
It's
I've been
so
saying
beautiful.
that when
nice.
it was the same video they showed quite a while ago,
No, it wasn't.
but I'm still hyped for it. Yeah, it was.
It was a
They
completely
showed that
new
video
video.
ages ago.
Dude, this video is so long now. They may have shown parts of the other one, but like there's so much more. Like they're walking around on the ground. There's like dinosaurs and shit. Oh my
Pretty
god.
sure they showed that.
No,
This is like it's like Starbound but 3D, right?
Sort of, but
Sorta.
not really. There's a lot more focus on space
Honestly,
travel.
it looks like a TIE fighter game. There's a lot
Compare
of
it to
spaceship.
Starbound is to compare apples to oranges.
Close enough.
Not really, similar thing.
You can do
Universe
stuff on the
randomly
ground, but there's a lot
generated
of-
planets.
It looks dark, and one says No Man's Sky looks 4 times better than Minecraft without mods. They're completely different games. Like, is there building in No Man's Sky? Can you
Yes,
build?
I'm certain.
I really
certain.
don't know. I didn't see any of that. I saw a lot of space flying, and it's really cool because like you'd be flying through space and see a planet, and you can just kind of fly down to the planet, no loading screens, and just like fly around and like land and explore the planet. I think it'll be really cool. It's like it's also an indie game.
Yeah, I love
which
indie
is
games.
stupid.
I love
Because
indie
a
games.
game like that is not something that we should have to expect from a small indie studio. It's
It
something
has
we
a
should be
publisher.
seeing.
It has a publisher though.
That's not an indie game.
Well, I mean, it's by an indie studio, but it's being published by 505 Games.
Yeah.
You have to remember, 505 Games publishes everything they can get their hands on.
I don't know anything about that.
They published Payday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And they published that free-to-play shooter game on Steam that really sucks. No idea what it is.
Which one? There's several.
7 Days. Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember what it's called.
But it
was
looks really
terrible.
awesome, and I can't wait for that game to come out.
It's really colorful. I love the colors in it.
I have a feeling it's one of those games that'll either never come out or come out before it should.
That's a lot of games nowadays, though.
What was the game? There was one game I wanted to point out because it had really beautiful colors, but it did it in a way that not like Trine. Trine was very colorful, but it was disgusting. I hated, like, I think Trine is a very
what's this
ugly-
game that
well,
you're thinking
I don't
of?
know. I'm trying to remember. Oh, it was the it's already been released. It wasn't at E3. It was
What is it?
Something called The Last Tinker: City of Colors. It's
Never
very,
heard of it.
very, very it's very reminiscent of old PS2 style games. Like, I don't know, it just has that very PS2 feel to it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
If you watch it, you can see what I mean. But it is so good. It's very colorful, and it doesn't do it in a gaudy, oversaturated way. But it does use its colors very well.
Alright, we're
Very
gonna go down to our second last game, I believe, now. I'm just looking through the
Metal
last...
Gear Solid.
We're gonna do Metal Gear Solid, The Phantom Pain. Now, I'm not exactly too up to snuff on what the story is about this. What exactly is happening in this game? Chad, do you know?
Yeah, I know pretty well everything, but it'd take me a long to explain.
Give us a condensed version.
Yeah, just
Or just give us what you think about the story so far, because we don't
Uh,
exactly need a synopsis on Metal Gear. We just need to see what you, as someone who knows about the series, thinks about it.
Okay, so far they've virtually explained nothing. Like, pretty well, there's a lot of theories going on, and one thing you have to take into account is that a lot of people see Kojima as like a ruse master. Like, he never tells you what's going on, because after Metal Gear Solid 1 was a surprise success, and they were getting ready to release Metal Gear Solid 2, all the promotional shots showed it as if the whole game was played as Solid Snake, when in actuality in Metal Gear Solid 2, you play for Solid Snake for about the first 30 minutes, the first 30 to 40 minutes, and then you play as Raiden for the rest of the game.
Okay, so
Seems like something I'd be more annoyed about.
So far, the story is basically not tied so much to Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, or 3. It's more...
so basically like another standalone version.
No, it's tied to Peace Walker mostly.
Oh, okay.
And
from what
Metal
I
Gear
heard,
Solid 3.
I heard that this game is pretty much like scrapping all the canon of the Metal Gear series. That's what I
We
read
don't
about
know
it.
what it's doing. We don't-
Because it's
some
open
people
world,
think
right?
it
This game
might-
is open world.
Yeah.
Which apparently it's huge. And like Kojima said, he's worried people won't finish it because it's so big. But in the trailer,
Is this the same... Go ahead, sorry.
so in the trailer they were doing the same. They were burning bodies. Were they burning the clones?
No, they're the people that they had executed that were part of Military Sans Frontiers.
All right. So explain to me why he took the ashes and rubbed them all over his face.
Okay, basically what happens is there's this guy, like, at the beginning of Metal Gear Solid 1, there's the boss who is supposed to be, like, one of the best soldiers ever, and then under the boss there is a guy named Major Tom, there's a big boss who is originally Naked Snake, and then there's a couple other people. At the end of Metal Gear Solid 3, they get this thing, that, essentially it was a bunch of money from the richest people from China, Russia, United States, and all over Europe. They all pooled all the resources and money into this, and it was called like the philosopher's list or something. I can't remember exactly, but anyways, they get this, and with that they form the Patriots. And essentially what the Patriots is it's a group that tries to control the world to make sure war doesn't happen. So pretty well the guy named Major Tom fucks over Big Boss, who is the Snake in this game, and he killed all of Big Boss's troops in his group, which is Militaires Sans Frontières, Soldiers Without Borders. So what happens is he's taking the ashes of his dead comrades and kind of like putting it on his face to say that like they're with him, and then he's going off to fight.
Interesting.
He's just really mad because at the end of Ground Zeroes, his whole base gets blown up.
That's crazy.
Now, is
That's
this
why
the
he-
same?
Sorry?
Is this the same the open world Metal Gear that was talked about last year with the
Yes.
stealth horses? Okay.
Kind of. There's Ground Zeroes, which is a prologue to the Phantom Pain.
Which is
Alright,
already
I understand
out.
now.
Because what happens is, like with Major Zero, which later he adopts the name Cypher, Snake disagrees with what Cypher is doing with the Patriots and how he's controlling the world. So he breaks off from him and forms his own group, which is the Soldiers of the Borders, MSF. But Major Zero sees MSF as a threat to his control over the world, so he destroys it. He basically blows up their base, and that's at the end of Ground Zeroes.
Huh.
Alright.
See, it's just like Metal Gear. It's like this huge, like there's so much like story with it. And I've never really been a super big fan.
Really dense.
And I know, Chad, you pretty much know like all there is about it. But like I just remember last year at E3 when Phantom Pain was rumored to be its own thing, and it wasn't a Metal Gear game. And then they came out and it was like, oh, fooled you, blah blah blah. And like that trailer was like really like depressing and dark, and then this trailer was really similar. It was like really depressing as well. But like it was a really good trailer that we saw. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and some people think we're being rused, and that Big Boss isn't really Big Boss. That he's someone else. That's why they have Keith Sutherland doing the voice, and that David Hayter, the original voice of Snake, is gonna come back and be the real one. But
I see.
and
That'd be
for
that.
people who may be
that's cool.
confused. Sorry, for people who may be confused, in Metal Gear Solid 1 and at the start of Metal Gear Solid 2 and in Metal Gear Solid 4, you play as Solid Snake, who is a clone of Big Boss, who is considered the greatest soldier who ever lived.
And doesn't that cause? Then all the clones they age really fast, right?
Yeah, they do. The main antagonist of the first game is Solid Snake's brother, Liquid Snake, who is a clone. And some people think Liquid Snake is actually in the Phantom Pain because you see that young boy who Big Boss is fighting.
Yep.
And he like slams him into the ground, and that young boy is blonde, and he looks to be, I'd say he look to be around 12 years old.
Yeah, something like that.
And with the timeline, Liquid Snake was born in 1972, and the game takes place in 1984, so that'd make him 12.
Huh.
So people think that that's him as a kid.
Makes sense. I don't know. I'm probably gonna get the game. Who knows if I'll ever finish it, but it looks really cool. All right, so moving on. There's just this quick list. This isn't on our list that we did up before the show, but this is a quick list. Sony announced a bunch of free-to-play titles that are coming to PlayStation Plus real soon. Well, PlayStation real soon. Drive Club comes out this fall. It's a racing game. Then we get a game called Guns Up. It's a free-to-play strategy game. It looks pretty neat. We get Fat Princess Piece of Cake. You get Big Fest, which is it's a music type game, and we get Pain free to play, Kingdom Under Fire 2, Reaper, Onigiri, PlanetSide 2, and Loadout. Loadout is coming to PS4, which is really cool. And also War Thunder, which is already there, and that's really fun. Alright, so last game of the night. Then we have a couple tech things, which are neat. Uncharted 4: The Thieves' End. Now, this was a really short trailer. This game was
That's
announced.
just a hype builder for fans.
Uncharted 4 was announced at the last November at the Sony launch event for the PS4. All we saw was a map, so that could be a hint at where the location is. But now they showed us it was Drake, and he looks older. You know, like time has passed, like a lot of years have passed, sort of like maybe 5 to 10 years since the last game. He's like all beat up. He's lying on a beach, and there's audio that's over it, and it's him talking to Scully, or Sully, whatever his name is. I think it's Sully. I don't know. About he's like trying to get him to go on one last job with him. You know, one last gig, just one more time, and that's it. And then he kind of walks through the forest, and that's that. It shows you the title. Now, I'm just gonna read what Darkened One says in the chat. He says, many people are curious where the location is going to be. Some people think we're going back to the area around the first Uncharted. We might face against undead pirates in the future. Consider a title, The Thief's End, which sounds almost piracy in a way. See, undead pirates, it ain't gonna happen. They're not gonna take a serious storied game like Uncharted. They're not gonna throw fucking zombie pirates in there, in my opinion. I don't think we'd go back to the same area. Obviously, there's a lot of jungle areas in the world, so we could be going anywhere. It's obviously a jungle setting, but a Thief's End, that really makes me think that this is the last Uncharted game with Nathan Drake as the main character. That
It's possibly.
because this is going to be the 4th game with him. And another big thing you have to remember, anything could happen. I mean, Naughty Dog is crazy. The twists and turns in The Last of Us were insane. And with all the staff changes recently at Naughty Dog, the new people that are heading the development of Uncharted 4 are the people who developed The Last of Us. So it's going to be a crazy game. It looks amazing from what we've seen. But honestly, I think this is going to be, if it's not the last Uncharted game, it's the last one with Nathan Drake, in my opinion. Because he is a thief, technically. You know, they're stealing this treasure from these places. They added in Nazi gold, second they added in Shambhala, Purple Monsters, third one they added. Yeah, I guess they've always had crazy shit in Uncharted, but I'd be really pissed off if they went zombie pirates. That just seems a little like that just seems something that they just wouldn't do, you know? It just, everything else that they've done has been like Nazi ghouls. Okay, that's kind of out there. Shambhala, Purple Monsters, that's really out there. And Dijon's that's like super out there as well. So I think that if they're gonna do something crazy, supernatural, like it'll be far out, and it'll be something you're not expecting. But like I said, I think it'll be the last one. And other than that, we don't know much, and we're gonna find out more. It's coming in 2016 by the looks of it. You have to remember, this E3, a lot of stuff that we're gonna see is coming 2016. But you know, this October, November, and December, it's a huge year for game releases. This October,
It's gonna be huge.
especially October alone, we got like 20 different games coming out. It's crazy. And then yeah, because like Assassin's Creed Unity's in October, a bunch of games. Far Cry's in October, I want to say. Sims 4 is this fall. Halo 5, the Master Chief, Halo, the Master Chief Collection is this November 11th. Forza Horizon 2 is this year. I really, there's just tons of games going on this year. It's Destiny, GTA 5 PS4 edition. The Last of Us comes out next month on PS4. Tons of games, everybody. And before we go, there's a couple tech things I want to say. Microsoft didn't talk about anything else except for games. They didn't even mention the fact that you can now buy an
Sony
Xbox
talked
One.
about a lot of the console stuff. I was like, oh my god,
Yeah,
they
they
just
did.
killed the night.
Well, I wouldn't say they killed it, because I mean, I wanted more games
They
from
killed the
them.
night for me because they talked about a lot of stuff I didn't expect them to talk about. I didn't expect them to talk about the PlayStation TV, or now they're gonna announce the PlayStation Now. I didn't expect any of that tonight.
PlayStation Now is interesting. It's been talked about. It's already been betaed in the States.
Yeah, I haven't really catched up on Sony, so
It's
that was kind of news to me.
it's pretty much a rental system for games. that obviously they stream to your console and whatnot, and it looks interesting. I'll probably try it out in the beta. With the PlayStation TV, which launched in Japan last year, is launching here this year. Pretty much you hook it up to any of your TVs, you put a memory card in it, take a PS4 controller, and you can remote play any of your PS4 games to any other TV in your house, which is neat. You can also play almost any Vita game and a ton of other games like PS2 games and PS1 games and stuff like that. But that's pretty much all that happened with the tech side of things. The white PS4 was announced, but again, like I said, Microsoft didn't even mention the fact that for $100 less, you can get an Xbox One without a Kinect. They didn't even bring that up at all, which is interesting in my opinion. But oh well, this is the year that E3 just games, man. It's just games. That's the way it should be. They had new consoles last year. It was a big year. Games this year. That's what we need. We need games to get these consoles sales going up even higher. It'll happen. It'll happen. It really will.
Yeah, this was a great year for E3, I gotta admit.
Every
Alright.
year is a great year.
It is. When you're a gamer, E3 is the year. It's like Christmas. Alright, anybody have any games or anything else they want to talk about before we go ahead and do some last
Assassin's Creed?
We've already talked about Assassin's Creed. I'm sure we could go on about it all night. Why don't we just have our own
You can go on there all night you want.
E-Thron one
I'm
day?
not gonna get involved.
E-Thron, one day you and I will just have a roundtable discussion where, you know, we just sit here all night talking about Assassin's Creed lore and history.
Oh my god.
After you
I would
beat
be sleeping.
after you beat Assassin's Creed 4. All right. So anybody got anything they want to say?
Do that. I'll probably do that tomorrow on stream or something.
Good.
Twitch.tv/Deathround369.
Yeah. All right. Nobody has any final words. All right. For the people who watched any of the streams, who do you think had the best conference this year?
Sony
You
hands
be
down.
Sony.
I like the
Sony.
Oh no, Sony not at all. I don't.
One at a
they-
time,
They
one at a
did a lot
time.
of good stuff.
Although I have something individual to say for every single one. Microsoft was good for known for their games. I'll admit that they were good for their games. Sony, hands down, was the best conference I ever watched. So much energy, so many games, software, tech news. I wanted to hear all that. Ubisoft, so much energy. I literally loved all the games they mentioned. And EA, I want all their games too. Besides the sports, of course. But every game I want there. So I had really a fun time with E3 today.
Yeah. All right. Z.
Alright, now, with the Sony conference, I don't think they did, they did great, they announced great games, of course. None of my opinions on this go anything towards any of the games, because there were some great games that just popped up, and, hearing about them in here, and also just on the news, some of them in here I learned about, I didn't even know, because I didn't get to watch all the streams. But they killed the momentum when they were talking about all that unnecessary stuff there in the middle. You know, they were picking up speed
Yep.
really good, getting everyone interested, and then it just got boring.
Movie.
I really didn't even watch that part, and then I came back when they started showing more stuff. It didn't. I mean, I think Microsoft. Moving on to the different conference, Microsoft had a good comeback. They did really good because they've been getting a lot of hate. You know, pointless hate at this point. It's really
yeah.
just,
Last year was a really tough year for Microsoft.
people jumped on the bandwagon because some people had no idea why they were even getting mad at Microsoft in the first. Granted,
See-
they did have some stupid decisions at the start, but come on, they did listen to the community. And what got
But
me,
look how long it took them, right? And they suffered, and now they're making up for it.
here's one of the reasons I think why. Do you remember they changed a whole bunch of stuff, and people got mad at them for changing their stuff?
Well,
So
because
they were all confused and lost. No, I know we've already talked about that. It's because they need to stick with what they say. It doesn't
Well,
show that
it's
they're
not just
strong
that,
as
but,
a
like,
company.
a company that's going to say stuff that already is bad decisions that they should have known to begin with, and then the next day, because people are like, oh, that's not good, I'm just going to go get a PS4, they're like, all right, well, we're just going to change everything. Like, you just really can't trust a company like that. Now, I even, this is coming from me, and you know I said last year I will never own an Xbox One, which isn't the case now. I think they're trying to gain people's trust back, and I think they're going to do it. I think they can do it.
Yeah, I think.
User
Xbox-
left your channel.
Who left?
It was Chad, it's alright.
Yeah.
Alright, the Xbox One had definitely a bad start, and it's no doubt an inferior console to the PS4. The PS4 did much better with sales and everything, and Sony was just winning it all. But I mean, in regards to Microsoft versus Sony, there's really no warfare going on. I think they both kind of made their entrance, and like I said, Sony killed their own conference, so they definitely did not.
Yeah, I
pick the
agree with
best.
that.
Now, in regards to the best, I mean, this is kind of what's the word whenever you're like already on a side?
Biased?
Yeah, this is kind of a biased opinion, but I mean, the most I was interested in. Well, no, that's not true. Halo 5 got me, but I really liked Assassin's Creed. That looked awesome, and the Arkham Knight, that looked really good. Uncharted 4, or Uncharted. Sorry, I was reading something. Uncharted 4 looked really good. Man, I really don't have a best. I think they really did good, other than Sony's downfall in the middle and pick back up. But that's what killed it. They would have gotten the conference all over the news, but people got bored. Chances are people didn't even see half of it because they left. But yeah, very good year. Very good.
Yeah, because everyone who watches E3 before probably comes in biased. No doubt in my mind about that. This was this is my first year of E3, so I came in with an open-minded with all the conferences. No doubt in my mind, because that's why I sound so excited about them. But at the same time, I understand where you're coming from too.
So okay, Ethan, what about you, man?
What's the thing I'm talking about?
What is your? Who do you think won conference of the year?
Ubisoft.
You only get one.
Ubisoft, because they had Assassin's Creed
Okay, now, personally,
and Far Cry 4.
Personally, my pick for
Assassin's
conference
Creed.
of the year is Ubisoft, because I feel like even though they didn't show the most amount of games, the games they did show, they all caught my attention except for Just Dance, because fuck that. Rainbow Six, I've always loved Rainbow Six. The Division, I've been so pumped for that. Assassin's Creed has been my favorite game series since the first Assassin's Creed, and I just love seeing what they do with each game the next year. Far Cry looks like it's going to be amazing, and The Crew, it's an RPG driving game, and it's huge. I think that's great, and I think Ubisoft does this every year. They announced their new IP, which was a new Rainbow Six. It's not really a new IP, but they're bringing it back. Just like last year they announced The Division, and then the year before that they announced Watch Dogs, and now we have Watch Dogs. And Watch Dogs, in my opinion, is a really great game, and a lot of people don't like it, but you know, it's my opinion. So in my opinion, Ubisoft won. But
Ubisoft is my top second because they had so much energy, they had so many casual games I would personally buy, and they had a lot of good games in there as well.
But you know, I do have to say, and you know what, and Z and I argued for so long last year.
I'm pretty sure we even got like mad at each other.
We stopped talking to each other for a while because I was so PS4 and he was so Xbox One, and there was nothing we could do to change each other's mind. But you know what? I'm gonna go out and admit that at this very moment in time,
PlayStation 4 is still better.
I do still like PlayStation 4 better, but I don't not like the Xbox One. I don't like I don't like its menu. I don't like the Kinect, because to me that's useless. There's nothing on it that I would use. I don't want to just be able to walk into my house and say Xbox on, because I would have everybody in my house would fucking keep walking back and forth, turning on and off the Xbox, and fucking that's just not for me. But some of the games that they're getting, the exclusives, look really nice. Like Sunset Overdrive, I am super hyped for that, and I don't even have an Xbox One yet. Coming soon. Don't worry, everybody. But
so you got into the Xbox exclusive, but the only thing you didn't really like was the user interface, the menus, and the Kinect, because it's not useful to you. I understand where you're coming from. I don't think that no one should argue about that, really.
All right, now it's time.
As far as no one really liked the user interface at all.
Yeah, it's time for a tough question, everybody. Well, we already asked who everybody's favorite conference is. Next, I'm gonna ask you guys each, what was your one at a time? Well, I'll say who we're starting with. Just let me ask the question. I wonder how strong Nintendo are going to be on this press
Assassin's
conference. Yeah, I'm gonna ask Ethron first, just because I know his answer.
Assassin's Creed is my answer.
so-
Thank you.
What is your favorite game that you have seen at E3 this year, and why? What makes you like it so much? That's
And we
right.
can only
Ethan.
choose
That's
one.
what- You can only get one
Assassin's
game.
Creed because it's Assassin's Creed.
All right, Ethron. Let's be serious here for a
But
minute.
if you want a more in-depth answer, my favorite game that I have seen at E3 this year. Oh Jesus, cat. Patella. I'd probably have to say Assassin's Creed because I'm a huge fan of the series and I'm interested to see where it takes it. Plus, a lot of the new animations and stuff seem very cool, but I am terrible at picking favorites. I also have a soft spot for games. I don't know.
Games.
If you were
Alright.
to give me more time to think about it, I could probably come up with a better answer.
Well, I told you we were doing this at the start of the stream, so.
No, you didn't.
Oh yes, I did. I said we're gonna vote for what our favorite game is, and we're gonna talk
Oh,
about
I
stuff.
probably wasn't listening.
That's not surprising. All right, Ant. What was your favorite game that you've seen at E3 this year, and why?
Yeah, that's a tough question for me. But overall, if I had to pick one, it's probably Sims 4 because I have the most knowledge in that game. I love everything about The Sims. I play Sims 3, I play Sims 2, and everything about the game is just exciting for me, and I can't wait for it to come out.
All right, good answer. Good answer. Better than the last guy. All right, Z. What is your favorite game that you saw at E3? Only one, and why?
Yeah, no. Before I say it. for
Okay, hold
sure,
on. Let me
I
clear
have
this
to-
up. The Master Chief Edition of Halo counts as one game.
Oh, the entire thing?
Yeah, the entire thing. It's one. You buy it as one disc, so you're allowed to say that if that's your choice.
Well, alright. Before I actually make my thing, I'm gonna kind of vocally express it, so because I'm tired of shit right now, and I think this will help. Sorry, I mean to that language on your stream.
That's fine. It's my stream.
but,
Don't worry about it.
Alright. But, like, out of everything, to be honest, it's between the Halo stuff and then Assassin's Creed. And the reason why was because I didn't even get to see the Assassin's Creed on the stream. I watched the YouTube upload of it. And when I was watching it, you know, I really got into it, and I actually genuinely got excited for it. You know, that barely happens. You guys know I'm not much
You don't
of a
even
gamer.
really play games. You're just here because you like to talk about games.
I do. I really like to talk about games. I like to stay in the community, and I do play like when I'm bored. But I'm not like a all the time or stream play. You know, I'll occasionally upload a video of me playing a game. But yeah, Assassin's Creed got me really good.
Alright.
And I've
So-
only played. Man, I'm sorry.
You gotta pick one, Z.
I know. But see, the thing is with the like Halo 2, which would be the only reason I choose the Halo. That looked like God. You know, Halo the multiplayer is fun, but
Oh,
it gets
yeah.
boring after a while. But
That's
so would
true.
Assassin's Creed. But then again, I guess no. All right, you know what? Assassin's Creed, no doubt, open world kind of ish. I like that it's kind of Paris and you get to
I'm-
explore it. And
Yeah, it's awesome, man. Anything else you have to say?
I think it's Assassin's
All
Creed
right.
4, no contest. Close one though.
All right.
Five.
See, mine's tough because, like Z, you know, I'm kind of torn between a couple here. But
Assassin's Creed wins.
I really do like The Division. It's in my top 5 most like wanted games right now. But I have to go with where I've always been, and everybody. This is 3 people in this stream have said the same thing. Assassin's Creed Unity is the game that I want the most, and that I think looked the greatest because from the first Assassin's Creed, the very first trailer, and I remember that trailer clearer than anything to do with video games in my entire life, and then playing all the games, just seeing how you go from the first game and then how like the innovation throughout the entire series. You go from the first one to the second one to what was it? Was it Revelations and then Brotherhood? Or was it the other way around?
No,
What
it's Brotherhood then
okay,
Revelations.
it's from then to Brotherhood, which which Brotherhood brought in the whole like the Brotherhood gaming mechanic system with all the people that you could work with and tell them what to do.
Oh yeah, that
And
was
then-
the first one where you had your own
Yeah,
assassins,
exactly.
wasn't
And
it?
then Revelations, kind of continued from that. And it closed the Ezio storyline, which was such a sad thing to see happen because he was such a great character. And then you have 3, and you know what? 3 had its issues. It was the American Revolution. It was a great setting. They could have done so much more with it. It didn't try and change a lot, and you didn't play as it was weird because you played as your father for like a good chunk of the game, which was neat. And I get why they did it. The story system and whatnot. And then you play as Connor, and Connor just felt like a hollow character. There wasn't a ton of emotion attached to him. I get it. I
He
understand.
was also about as smart as a brick.
Well, that's true, but I understand why he was the way he was. And one thing, I think the thing I didn't like most about Assassin's Creed 3 is after you beat the game, you don't get to wear your hood anymore, which is stupid. I hated that. And then you have Assassin's Creed 4, which added the pirates, it was Black Flag, they added the boat battles, your RPG elements, you could upgrade your ship, just like you could always upgrade your character, your new weapons and stuff. But the ship combat was probably one of the greatest parts about the game, and the storyline was really good too, because you weren't actually an assassin to begin with. You stole that uniform from another assassin and then tried taking over his job where he was betraying the assassins to go to the Templars, and then you end up, I don't know how far Aethron is, so
That's spoilers. You can stop right there.
all right. So you end up doing some stuff, and the ending of that game is fantastic, and Aethron, I think you're gonna really enjoy it. And it was weird because they killed off Desmond at the end of 3.
I feel like I'm one of the only people in the world that actually really like the Desmond missions.
I love the Desmond missions. You're not alone. I wish we had more of them. I wish they were cool. I remember when you parachuted. That was really cool. And then you play as the Abstergo employee when you're doing research for the movie, the pirate movie that they're making. And I don't know where we go from here. I think the next Assassin's Creed is set in the French Revolution, and I think it's a great setting. I really hope to see a bunch of heads cut off. Sounds kind of weird, but that's what I want to see. I want to see guillotines dropping, people's heads on spears like we saw in the trailer. And the thing that I like the most is I don't think I've seen a game that has had that many NPCs, fully animated yelling NPCs in one game, in one location, all at once. There was a ton of NPCs there that were fully working and whatnot in giant crowds. I hope that is all over that game. And the graphics look good. The new parkour system looks great. The multiplayer thing is really interesting. I want to know more about it before I make a full decision on it. But Assassin's Creed, it's my game of show. Has to be, hands down. And that's why. That was a long explanation, but you know what? That's what we're here for.
Thank you for the brief summation of the entire Assassin's Creed series.
We went so short, and then you went so long.
Hey.
Just in case any of you don't know what Assassin's Creed is, let me explain it to you.
Z went on for a good amount of time. Come on now. I could have.
He went on for 2 minutes.
I
He
could have went
for,
on
I
for-
don't know what day is it?
I could have went on for all night, like I said I could do. But I'm not. Why not? Next stream. But everybody, that is our
Yeah,
E3.
please do that just next stream. Just talk about it. That's the whole next stream.
Maybe
It'll
we'll
be
play
so
Assassin's
fun
Creed and
for
I'll
you
talk
to
about it.
about that.
Instead of
He's just
instead
gonna
of,
print out the script and read it out.
instead of do in Italian, while I learn Italian.
Gibbadabucci, mierda.
Instead of doing the Maskey plays and then whatever game it is, we'll do Maskey teaches history. Assassin's Creed. But everybody, this has been our E3 2014 Day Zero roundtable discussion. We talked a little bit of what we think is going to happen on Nintendo, but none of us here are huge Nintendo fans. Zeb is really into Brawl, but other than that, there's not a lot of Nintendo stuff.
Totally
But
not Brawl, but
whatever, the new Super Smash Bros. You know what I mean. But if you
Yeah.
enjoyed what you saw, we're going to be turning this entire stream into one big highlight clip, and it'll be up on my YouTube channel. Hopefully, if the Twitch's exporter is up again, is working because it wasn't
Hopefully it
last
works
week.
because I really want to post this on the website.
And then, so thank you all for watching. This has been the E3 2014 Roundtable discussion.
Wait,
Uh,
don't end it yet. Don't end it yet.
Uh-oh,
I
what do
don't
we
know
have?
if anybody remembers. I don't know if anybody remembers, but I totally said I was.
Oh, you're programming a
while we were
game.
making
That's
this.
right. Okay.
Uh-huh.
How far are you?
All right. All right. I don't really have a releasable version. I do, but you're not gonna. It can't even move the character yet. I went. No. Listen. I went reverse. You'd be surprised. I built a menu system so you can switch between the menu and all the levels because that's been my weak suit lately. I've experienced a bug in the key input algorithm, so I can't figure out why it's not moving when I press the keys. I've created an algorithm for loading up TTF files for fonts, and I've pretty much made the entire game. The only thing is just I don't have a movable player right now, and it's because I'm tired as shit and I can't
I've
find
got
the
the
bug.
game. You
But
just
it
can't
doesn't
play it.
work. It's like if
I'm
they were to
proud of
release
myself,
Watch
though.
Dogs when they originally intended to. Yeah, you can have it, but it doesn't work. Oh,
God,
okay.
Zeke, why can't you have a fully functioning game in 4 hours?
No, I didn't even start at 4 hours ago. I started about an hour and 30
4
minutes
hours.
ago.
We've only been
Oh
streaming
my
for
god, it's 2 o'clock. Holy
for 3 hours. Yeah, that's why
3 o'clock.
we're done. So it's
Living
it's
in the
2
past.
o'clock where you are,
Done.
Z. It's
Wow.
3 o'clock where I am.
I'm in trouble. My girlfriend's gonna be like, "Where were you?"
Whatever. Tell her you had important man stuff to do.
I told her I was gonna be on a big famous podcast.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so everybody, like I said, this has been our E3 2014 roundtable discussion. I hope to do it again next year. We did it last year with far less people, but I hope to do it again next year.
It was really fun. I enjoyed
My
it.
name is Maskey. I was joined
As did
tonight
I.
by my good friends, System Zizzle.
And you can totally check.
Yeah, you can
Maskey
plug
on
it-
YouTube,
no,
but
you-
I am Maskey.
No, why are you plugging me? Plug
I'm-
yourself.
No.
Yeah, come on. plug yourself.
YouTube.com/SYSZ
Sissy.
and System Z and Zcraft and
All right,
Zcraft
all right,
2
all right,
and
let's
go.
All right. And then I was also joined by my half-assed friend Etheron369. You can check him out at youtube.com/thewolfpackyt or some shit like that.
or twitch.tv/Etheron369
Or that.
twitter.com/Etheron369.
Or that.
You know
Warning,
what? Real
you'll
quick.
regret
All right,
that.
all right, Z.
Real
What?
quick. Just to, cause let's take a minute to think because they stayed up
whole
late.
minute.
No, listen, they stayed up late to watch this.
Z,
had a
no,
late
Z.
stream
Let me
on.
explain this to
No.
you. Before you go into this, when I stream from 9:30 at night to 6 in the morning.
I know, and you have nighttime watchers.
That's what these are.
You need to give them like, all right, I have a shit ton of keys.
What do you
So
have
let's
keys
just give
for?
out something real quick. I have keys for Dead Space, Crisis, Medal of Honor, Mirror's Edge,
What?
Alan Wake, and Burnout Paradise.
All right, I
Those
guess
are
we're
more.
giving out a
So-
game.
Which game would you
Whatever,
recommend
man.
for
Whatever.
this?
Burnout Paradise, despite its stupid camera.
I think Mirror's Edge because Logan, you like him, right?
Yeah, sure. You can give it whatever you want, man. It's your
Alright.
your code.
Was
If you
asking
want to
us
give out a
just a
game,
courtesy.
then go ahead.
All right, Steam or Origin? Probably
Steam.
Right? Yeah,
Steam.
Okay.
Is Origin? No.
All right, how are we doing?
Just-
that?
you know what, let's just do it this
Just
way.
paste in chat.
Just paste
You're
it
the
in
one
chat.
that
Whoever
said
gets it
do it.
first. Whoever gets it first
All right,
gets
you
it.
little fuckers.
Wait, where do we redeem this?
You don't.
All right, you can redeem this. Oh yeah.
I'm just kidding. I already have all the games.
Redeem this
because
code
I'm
on
pretty sure
Steam.
You're getting this from the Humble Bundle.
Redeem this code
All
on
right, yeah,
Steam.
this is. And first person to get it. So. Here you go, you vultures.
There you go, guys.
Got
Thank you. You also all get 20 masks. There you go. Use them for future raffles and stuff. If we have to say goodbye to Ant. I was also joined by Ant,
Yay.
great community manager over at Archetype Gaming. As you can see below my stream title, you can see that we are I am Maskey
Yes.
playing whatever on Archetype Gaming. Click that to check out all our awesome streamers. Also go to archetypegaming.com, I believe is the URL.
And you can also follow me on Twitter at New Yorker Ant.
At New Yorker and that's right.
Wow.
Do that, but
Holy
nice.
crap!
And then
I had no
what?
what?
What's the
I had no idea I had a code to Splinter Cell Black Clover. But whatever.
Okay, whatever. So that is, and then there's obviously me. You can watch me here if you enjoy the stream. I try to stream 4 to 5 times a week. Generally, we start between 9:30 and 10 p.m. and we go to 4 to 6 in the morning. So if you enjoy, please follow. I really appreciate it, and let me know games that you want to do in the past. Remember, we are also gaming for Extra Life this year. So far, we're at $30 of donations. We're trying to hit a $200 goal. So if you are interested in helping out, you can do so by going to the following link. Everybody, my name is Maskey, and as always, thank you for watching. Thank you, everybody, tonight for joining me in this discussion. It's been great fun. Hope to do it again next year. But my name is Maskey. Thank you all for watching. Good night, everybody.
Sound muted.